All right, welcome to the Voltron live stream. Very excited to have this on our last day of the Voltron Kickstarter. So first, thanks to everyone who has backed the Kickstarter. It's going great. I've been excited to watch it these past few weeks and excited to play with this group of people who are going to be some wonderful paladins who I'm sure will get along fine and not trip anything up along the way. But let's do a quick round of introductions so we know who we're playing with. I'm Jason Hardy. I am the creative director of Catalyst RPG Division, developed this game and code creator of the dice core system that it uses. And playing Shiro today in the Black Lion, we have Sarah Babe. Sarah, what do you want to say about yourself?
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a big old nerd.
That works. And then in the Blue Lion, as Lance, we have Finn, who suspiciously has my same last name, Hardy.
Coincidence, definitely and utterly not at all related. Hi, I'm Finn Hardy. I'm the better Hardy. Shots fired, I know. But I am the son, of course, of Jason Hardy. I work with Catalyst myself in a variety of roles, and I am honestly just really happy to get to play this role-playing game once again, not as a test trial.
All right, and piloting the Red Lion as Keith, we have Opti. Opti, what do you want to say about yourself?
Hey everybody, I write for Shadowrun. I'm writing for the Voltron RPG. I have a game company called Frag and Unicorns, and I like where this Christmas season is headed.
And in the Yellow Lion as Hunk, we have Bishop. Bishop, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Bishop Steiner. I am an artist and starting writer at Catalyst Game Labs. Maybe hoping to maybe things work out with this, branch out a little bit from my current gig, maybe do a little Voltron art if I get a chance.
Excellent. Yeah, well, we'll talk after the game. And then last but certainly not least, because Pidge is awesome, we have Dan in the Green Lion as Pidge. Dan, what do you want to say about yourself?
Hey there, I too am a big old nerd. I spend a lot of time going to tabletop game conventions and working booths, rubbing elbows, rolling dice, and building minis. So happy to be here today.
All right, let's go and get out in the universe and see what's going on. So, to give you the basics of what's going on, first with Dice Core. When you're playing this system, whenever you make a test, you are going to roll 3 dice. One of them is called the feat die. It's based on how complex the feat is. It's pretty simple. If it's a simple feat, which is most of them, you roll a d8. If it's a complex feat, you roll a d6. Then you will roll a die for the skill that you're using. So if you're trying to attack someone with a long-range weapon, you'll use a range combat skill. Attack someone with a melee weapon, you'll use a close combat skill. So you have a die for that. Then each skill is attached to an attribute. So you'll take the associated attribute, and there's a die for that, and you will roll those 3 dice, add them up. That will give you a total. You'll tell me what that total is, and you're either trying to beat a threshold or beat what someone else rolled to see if you succeed. There are critical successes, so if you beat the threshold or opposing roll by generally 3 or more, you'll get an additional success. If you beat it by 6, you get 2 additional successes, and it keeps piling up that way. Sometimes that critical success margin will change, usually based on the weapon you're using. And then based on sometimes circumstances, or sometimes your skills, or sometimes just because I feel like assigning them, you might get upgrades or downgrades to your dice. So an upgrade would mean you take one of the dice in your pools, like you take your D8 and upgrade it to a D10. Downgrade would be the other way, D8 would become a D6. You can decide how you want to apply the upgrades and downgrades to your pool. So once you've assembled your pool, you might see you have a D8, D10, and D6. If you have an upgrade, you can change any one of those to a higher dice or any one of those to a lower dice, whatever you feel you want to do. There is a slight difference mathematically. If you think you're trying to roll high, you want to upgrade your large die. If you think you're trying to hit a lower number, you want to upgrade your lower die. I could show you the math because I have a spreadsheet because I'm also a nerd.
I believe you.
Oh, that's okay. But I applaud your spreadsheetness.
Are we
that
sure
is
this
amazing.
isn't the spreadsheet live play? Okay, all right.
I mean, if we want to do
That's fine.
spreadsheet live play, I'm okay with it. But I did come here for robots.
So I think those are the basics of the rules that you need. So now let's get into what you're doing as Paladins of Voltron. You each pilot a fantastic lion with a great color, and when necessary, these lions can form the mighty warrior known as Voltron, and you have all sorts of weapons as Voltron, blazing sword, lion head cannon, all sorts of things that we'll get into once you form Voltron. But forming Voltron does not happen automatically. You have to be a team. Teamwork is critical to forming Voltron. So before we get to a point where you might want to form Voltron, I will be watching your teamwork, seeing how you work together, seeing how you give and take, and if you throw up obstacles or if you overcome obstacles. And when it comes time to form Voltron, you will get upgrades and changes in threshold based on how well you work together as a team. Or, you might have some hiccups, and if you overcome those hiccups, you'll also get some upgrades. So, one of the important things about Voltron and the castle that you travel in a castle. It's kind of a big floating spaceship shaped like a castle because that's awesome. Both of them need power in order to move throughout the galaxy. There are power crystals that you can get that will fuel up both the castle and Voltron. One of the sources of these power crystals is kind of a planet, but kind of a creature known as Balmera. It really is a creature, but it's so large and has such a rocky husk and tends to spend most of its time crouched into a ball that it seems like a planet. Balmera has lots of spikes growing from its surface, and power crystals can be harvested from Balmera. You can dig them out gently, doesn't hurt Balmera, you get some power, you get some charges of quintessence, and then you can go about your job as having Voltron and moving your castle around so that you can defeat the oppressive Gara Empire, which is your mortal enemy. Gara would love to have the power of Voltron at its disposal because Voltron is the most awesome thing ever and would like to have you subverted or destroyed to its will. So you have to watch out for the evil Gara Empire as you do your thing. So, you are on the surface of Balmera. You are all in your individual lions. You're in kind of a clear area in the middle of a number of rocky spires. You need to find where the quintessence and the power crystals in this area are. So to start, I want you to do some searching. We'll do a search an area feat. It's a simple feat, so you're going to start with a D8, and this is for each of you to roll. D8 plus your engagement skill plus your resolve attribute. Roll those 3 and tell me what you get. And I hope that stretch of talking will be the most extended stretch of talking I do this whole game.
Okay.
Do you want us to tell you the results when we have it?
Yes, please.
I have a 14.
14. Excellent.
Oh no. I have a 9.
A 9. All right. Well done, Pidge.
13?
13.
12.
And Bishop.
I'm still trying to find the so-called attached QSR. My apologies. I thought I had that. But I rolled an 8 on my die. I'm just trying to find my actual character sheet. Could have
Page
sworn I
29.
had that.
All right, so you are Hunk, so you would be rolling a D6 for engagement, D8 on your D8, and your resolve is also D8. So 2 D8s and a D6.
D6 is a D4, and my final D8 is a 3, so that would be 8, 12, 15.
15. All right, so Hunk feels like the closest power crystal is a little bit to the northeast. But Keith thinks there's a good chance of a power crystal being to the southeast. Pidge has got no idea whatsoever. And is very mad. Pidge is hitting on her controls, going, work, stupid lion sensors. Shiro and Lance, you're think both of them might be right. You don't have strong feelings either way. But Shiro, since you ride the Black Lion, you are the leader of the Paladins. How would you like to instruct them to follow their impulses now that they've got some idea of where to go?
All right, squad. Pidge, you go with Yellow Lion. That's Hunk. Yeah. You go with Hunk. You two
All
find
right.
where you think Hunks is to the northeast. We'll take the other way to the southeast.
All right,
Good.
so
Splitting
Hunk
the
and
party
Pidge are
will
going
never be bad.
northeast. Lance, Keith, and Shiro are going southeast.
Yes.
Lance and Keith, you get to go together. How excited are you to be in the same team?
Because you guys are best friends, right?
Officially, Lance is a good pilot. But I don't
Admirable restraint there.
I have words I could say about this fellow lion, I guess.
We
think
can
so. None
do
of them
that.
are ever any good.
Those words, I'm not sure if I want to share them at this point.
All right. So then you start piloting your lions in your respective directions. Give me another roll of the same dice pool of that D8 plus engagement plus resolve that you gave me before.
A 10.
Alex, I think I grabbed the
Okay.
wrong dice here for a moment.
As I
Got
was
a
thinking
total of
about how much Lance
12.
irritates me.
Yeah, that is very distracting.
17.
17. Very good.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say it was again? It was
D8 plus engagement plus resolve.
I have got myself an 18.
Nice. Welcome to the club.
About to say.
15. 15.
Feels nice to be rolling high for once.
And Opti, what did you roll?
A 10.
A 10. Okay, so we'll start with the party going to the southeast. As you're moving, Lance all of a sudden gets a very strong impression that if you go around the back, the east end of a spire, a very large spire that you see, that around the middle of that is where the power crystal will be. Shiro, you're pretty sure that Lance's impulses are correct. You don't feel it quite as strongly, but Lance seems really confident. Keith, you're just not sure.
Tell me something I don't know about Keith.
Do you say that out loud, or do you keep that
bit
thought to yourself?
my tongue off earlier. I guess I'll whisper that.
All right, Lance, I get a similar feeling. Not as strong as you. Keith, you on board with following us?
I don't like following anyone, but
Well,
if
would
it
you
will
like to
help the
lead?
team, yes.
All right. Go ahead. Let's go to the other side of that pillar.
Excellent. Follow me.
Will do.
And I will take the red lion and fumble off in the direction of where that
All
Shiro
right,
told me to go.
so Lance, you had this strong sense of where the crystal was, but Keith is being given the lead based on Shiro's orders. How are you feeling about those orders?
I think a mistake has been made, but I will go along with the mistake for the time being.
Lance,
All
feel free
right,
to tell
meanwhile,
Keith if
off
he's
to the
going the
north-
right way.
I think it would be easier if I go ahead and let him wander like 40 clicks ahead and then correct his guiding of us. Just he could use the workout.
As long as we find the crystal, we can do it.
All right, so
Let's not get
Shiro's
too
going
far
with
apart.
pragmatism. Lance is going with a little bit of condescension. Everything is going well. And then
Friendship.
that's right. Pidge, you said you rolled a 19. Is that what I heard?
I rolled a 19.
All right. So Pidge, apparently, whacking the sensors in your lion really
Earth.
worked. Because it
17,
came
17.
online and was like, oh, it pinpointed exactly where a power crystal is on the north side of a smaller spire to the northeast.
Beautiful.
So you feel very confident you know exactly where it is.
Okay.
How do you relay that to Hunk?
Politely say, Hunk. Turns out I found the exact location of a guaranteed power crystal over to the north.
Northeast, yeah. North
Northeast
side of a pillar to
spire.
the northeast,
And
yes.
it's right here. I'm sending you the coordinates now.
Okay, perfect. We should probably let Shiro know just in case we get too far apart. We don't want to have any surprises.
Right. Never split the group. You're right. So I'll patch that through them then.
All right,
Shiro,
Shiro,
you
you
get
get an update that they feel they know where their power crystal is? Any updates to the orders?
All right, Lance. All right, Keith. Sounds like Pidge and Hunk are doing real good. It's a race now.
On it.
If
We can beat them.
only we
quality
had
leadership.
someone going ahead and leading us the right way. I mean, what? It's just that way, Lance or Keith. It's just that way.
Every time you try to lead, you end up leading us into danger, Lance. I've got this. Just fall behind for once and keep your mouth shut.
You know, Pidge, if we get to the crystal first, we can get back to the castle and maybe have lunch.
You know how
is this on a
hard
public
shutting
channel?
my mouth is.
I'll
Was
shut
that in
it for
character
you.
or out? I'm not sure. All right, so you have jaws on the front of your lion, so you don't have to come out of your lion to start digging up the crystals. You can just start digging through the rock. Pidge, your instincts were right on. You led you and Hunk directly to a crystal, so you start excavating that. Keith, Lance gave you good enough directions, and once you got closer, you were able to build on the senses you had before and find the crystal without meandering around too much. So you are all digging up your crystals and making progress on getting some power for Voltron and for the lions. And I need you all to make a D8 plus electronics plus intellect roll. If you don't have a skill, you just roll a D4 for it.
This is 17?
Wow.
13.
13. Yeah.
9. I think I'm too hungry to be thinking right now.
15.
All right. Hunk is exactly right. Hunk's stomach is bothering him right now, so he's like thinking of something else. The rest of you notice that your sensors are going off and that incoming craft are detected at landing in the clearing where you just were when you first started your search. And some of you got above a 15, correct?
Yes.
So you have identified them as Galra craft. So some craft from the Galra Empire are landing in the clearing of Valmera that you just abandoned. What are
Pidge,
you going
Hunk.
to do about it?
Pidge, Hunk, what's your status?
Hungry?
We are full of hungry. No, we're not full of hunger. We're full of crystals. We're loaded with the stuff. But yeah, I'm picking up
Alright.
these readings.
Get ready for a fight. Once we get back to where we landed, we've got some Galra ships over there. Keith, Lance, what's the story?
I was gonna say I'm getting this incoming, or I'm seeing that this is happening as well. We should of course focus on acquiring the crystal. Keith, if you want to go ahead, take status or priority on actually getting the crystal. I'm gonna be watching our backs, making sure that nothing's sneaking up on us.
Right, because you've got your rifle, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Do we know if they know we're here yet? Do you think we have enough power to risk exposing ourselves if they don't?
You can't tell if they know that you're there or not.
All right, Keith, Lance, you guys take care of making sure that crystal is harvested. Pidge, Hunk,
Yep.
I'll meet you at the landing zone.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We'll flank them and take them out. Once you guys are done, Lance and Keith, we'll be on it. Okay?
Got it.
Good.
Pounce, pounce, pounce.
All right,
I
so how do you approach that
suspiciously do
clearing?
not affirm that.
I smack my sensors to see if I can finally see what's going on for myself and try to get an idea. Because I don't want to just run in blind and, get shot and taken out of the fight. I'd like to flank
Oh yeah.
them.
How many
Looks like
cholera
there are
vessels were there?
six
Six?
incoming craft.
Okay. Looks like we've got 6 incoming. I'm pretty positive we could take out at least 2 between me, Pigeon, Hunk.
And Keith, who is peeling off suspiciously to go where the action is.
Oh no, Shiro did not expect that.
It's
This never
like
happens.
every time I think maybe for once I could trust Keith with a task. Turns out I was always right on my hunch that I can't.
You can trust Keith to keep everyone safe
Oh,
in,
that was
in
a
his
good
own
one.
way.
That was a nice line. I liked that.
So to approach the open area, you could either come down straight from the north or south and get through the opening that way, or you could stay to the east. There's a fairly long spire on the east side of the clearing, so you could try to use that to shelter you and then come at the clearing from one of the openings and be a little more sheltered. Which way do
Fearless
you all
leader.
want to do this?
Fearless leader, should we go? Are we worried about speed or stealth? I think we should try to flank them if we can.
Yeah, definitely. Focus on stealth, see if we can flank them and get them a little more nervous than they want to be.
Okay, let's go east.
Sounds good.
All right, so then everyone give me a D8 plus stealth plus agility roll.
D8 plus stealth, and if we don't have it, it's a D4
It's a D4.
and agility. Okay.
Wow,
Okay,
that's a 10.
got a 16.
14.
Well, shoot.
6.
That's better than a 5. I'm proud of you, Finn.
Yeah,
I
I got an 8.
All right, so
There's a decoy.
and Keith, you abandoned your position, right?
Yes, yes, indeed.
But Lance, you were supposed to stay there, weren't you?
actually, I don't know, chose to remember the primary directive.
So you're
We're-
staying and digging up the power crystal?
I am getting the power crystal. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Well, Lance already also has long range as far as like sniper rifle. So like,
I
You're
was
good.
gonna say for anyone to, to have the element of surprise, having someone hiding out of sight but picking them off one by one, I think will be a good idea.
I think it's a great idea, and I'm glad you reminded me that I had that.
So as you watch your scanners and you maneuver around the large spire to the east, you don't see any sign that they are moving toward you. So they seem not to have noticed your presence yet. So you can have a little time to establish what kind of position you want to start this encounter. Do you want to try to grab high ground? Do you want to try to get around them and flank them? What are you going to do to try to get position?
I would prioritize. I would prioritize high ground, then flanking. And Pidge, if I could get you to scan to see what kind of weaponry they've got, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
My best combat, I think, is usually close combat, so I might be best put out flanking first if you guys want to go from there, and I could go in for kind of get their attention, shall we say?
Yeah, that's a great. That's great.
Pidge, give me, let's see, we'll say a biotechnology plus intellect plus D8 roll.
Oh yeah, I have all those.
Biotechnology is D4 plus an upgrade. That's what the little arrow mark means. So once you have your dice pool assembled, you can upgrade one of them.
I'm gonna upgrade my. So that's a D8, a D10, a D4. I'm gonna upgrade my D4 to a. No, I'm gonna upgrade my. Yeah, D4 to a D6. Does that sound right?
Yep, that sounds good. And just as a reminder, D12 is the highest you can go for now.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right. All right. Scan in progress. We've got. Lord. No, not bad. 11.
So they all look like fairly ordinary Gara Sentry ships.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a standard patrol here. Regular ships just almost seems too
easy?
too easy.
Oh, well, you guys get us some firing lines up top, and as soon as I get flanked around, and maybe we can flush them out.
Are they familiar with us as a team? They know, like, I've got a grappling hook, like, Finn's got a long range rifle, or do they just like?
No, individual Galra would at least know what Voltron is and some of your major weapons, but they probably have not been briefed on the individual strengths of each lion. They're still learning, just as you're still learning your individual strengths and abilities. They're trying to figure it out too.
I wonder if one of the smaller lions making an advance on them, and then maybe using my grappling hook to immobilize some higher threat, so someone else could rock their socks, be a little bit of a bait.
You want to come down, maybe come in with me, make the first hit, and then I'll pounce.
Hit him with the 1-2. I think that's a great idea.
Then maybe Shiro and our rebel.
Yeah, I'm sure Keith is behind me. He didn't say he was coming, but I'm sure he didn't stay where I told him to be.
Does Keith ever listen to you?
I mean, occasionally.
Sometimes.
When I tell him there's lunch going on.
Don't remind me.
Oh, sorry.
You said the L word.
Get this over with fast.
I was like, what swear word happened? Oh. Okay.
And yet people call me the arrogant goofball.
There's room for two.
So is anyone taking high ground?
I'll take high ground.
Always.
I thought Keith might be down for it. Yeah.
Oh, Keith always takes the high ground.
All right,
Like
so
he thinks
Keith
he
and
does.
Shiro position themselves on some high ground on that large spire. And then Pidge and Hunk are going to prepare a charge on the
Yeah.
flank. Is that what I'm understanding correctly?
That is the plan.
Yeah.
I guess Pidge will try to sneak in, throw the grapple, and as soon as he does that, I pounce on whatever he's trying to grapple.
All right. So what we'll do, because they did not notice your approach, is you're going to get a round of initiative without them acting, or at least they'll act last, and then we'll go back into regular initiative order. But to establish initiative order, we're going to need to make an initiative roll. So that is going to be agility plus intellect plus channeling.
Agility.
Do you want me to roll in on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, I like this one. This is a good one.
Oh, that was almost a great roll. 15.
You said agility plus intellect plus what?
Channeling.
Copy.
That's CH, okay.
Yep.
Oh boy. 4.
Oh.
Wow,
Hey!
that's almost as low as you can roll.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm just being cautious, that's all.
I've got a 16.
Dang. I got a 10.
All right.
So
And
that
then,
means Lance will be digging his crystal up before us, right? Is that what I'm understanding? Okay.
Then Audrey,
I'm
what was yours
hoping-
again?
Furious.
15.
Pawing
15,
away
and
at it.
Sarah?
16. 16,
Right.
yes.
Just envision the litter box, Lance. I have faith in you.
What is your Let's see. Let me look at the. I have all your stats in front of me, so I don't need to ask. So Shiro's channeling is that, and okay. So
D6.
Shiro is going to go first.
I thought the leader would have a higher channeling than I.
All right. So from your elevated position, you see the 6 ships down below. What are you going to do to them?
Murder. I'm sorry. No.
I mean, I need more specifics, but I like the broad strokes. Yes.
Sure.
It's not murder if it's Galra.
I think I'm gonna like while I'm up there, I'm kind of doing the sneaky wiggle butt cat thing a little bit to like see where they are. I'm gonna back up, run, jump off the cliff, and just come out with my sword and just bam on the closest one, please.
Okay. Well, you're in the lion, so we'll say, are you going like with Jawblade?
Yeah, let's go Jawblade.
All right. But a charging attack from above. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a D. We'll say it's a D6 because this is a little complicated.
Okay.
Plus close combat.
Okay.
Plus agility. But then I'll give you. Actually, let's make one roll before this. Let's make a piloting roll.
Okay.
To see how well you pull off the charge.
Edge, is that Shiro jumping up the cliff?
So first we're going to go
before
piloting plus resolve plus D8.
Let's resolve. Plus D8.
That's a yes, by the way.
That's not a D8. That's a D10.
that defeat the purpose of having the high ground?
What? Jumping at them?
Gravity. Gravity's helping.
Yeah, but also great shooting
Oh.
vantage point.
Oh, that's a 7.
Okay, so you kind of skidded a little bit on the rocks of the Balmera, so it didn't give you quite the charge you wanted, but it didn't mess up either. It's just not
Okay.
quite as awesome as you wanted it to be. So we will just do the close combat
Okay.
plus agility plus D6, but you can take an additional upgrade. Your close combat gives you one upgrade, and you can take another upgrade on top of that for
Okay,
having
so
the
I
high
could-
ground to start with.
I could make my close combat a D8 then.
Yes.
Okay. So then okay. All right. Cool.
And then you have another upgrade after that. So you have, if you make your close combat a D8, you're rolling 3D8 with another upgrade.
Oh,
No,
so I
sorry,
can
2D8 and a D6. Sorry. Because I made
Okay,
this
so-
complex.
So if I still have an upgrade, I can make that D6 a D8.
Correct. Or one of your
Okay.
D8s a D10. Either way.
Okay. Let's go for. Yeah, let's go for all D8s all day.
All right.
That will be 9.
That is just enough to hit.
Ah!
Get him.
Rawr.
Nice.
So that was your jaw blades. That does 1 wound. So you have wounded one of the Gara that is on the surface. They were a little surprised of all the things they were thinking to see today. They were not expecting a lion jumping from a ridge and chomping them with its jaw blades. So they're not thrilled, and they're very surprised. Meanwhile, back at the Power Crystal, doing his duty, being a hard-working man,
Duty.
Lance,
At least in the box.
Lance, go ahead and give me a piloting roll. So that will be piloting plus, we'll make this one agility plus D8.
I like having all of these good dice, so I can. Yep. What did I?
What did you
I'm
do?
proud of you, Finn. I'm
What'd you
proud
do,
of you, Finn,
Finn?
for even trying.
3.
Oh, that's not good.
What are you, me?
Man, loser power.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how
cinematic.
I got 2 d8s on that and rolled both ones, and then of course one on the d6 just for good measure.
Yeah.
You
So
got
you,
my
you
dice.
just about had the power crystal snipped with your mouth jaws. You're like, I'm going to just get this one big snip. So you
Easy.
plunged forward and wedged your blades into the rock beneath the power crystal.
Oh,
you're like,
no.
Oh no.
Come on, get. Yeah.
The important question: no one saw this though.
The
Besides,
most important thing is that Keith is not there to see this. Luckily,
So-
Keith disobeyed orders, so everything worked out.
so it didn't happen. Excellent.
As long as you didn't curse or say any of this out loud into the voice channel that we all hear and we're all on.
Is there a self-control roll for that?
I think I lose a dice whenever I'm asked to do a self-control roll. In fact, I probably do scream out, "Damn it!" as I go ahead and get myself stuck, not realizing that I haven't muted my channel, because why would I be thinking about them when I can think about me?
Oh, Lance.
All right,
see
you all
so
hear
much
Lance
You okay
yell,
over there?
damn it, into his comm channel.
Lance,
What's
are you
the matter?
okay?
Are there more enemies coming?
Yeah, I got it though. Don't worry, it's fine. I'll take care of them. It's only like 2.
I can go back and help me if you help you need.
No reason to. I will take care of absolutely everything here. There's no need to run back for me and witness anything that is happening anywhere nearby.
So unbeknownst to everybody, Keith will turn back around and have to go save Lance from his danger.
What a good teammate Keith is.
I'm
I'm really touched by that teamwork.
going.
Hey,
You're so
Aw.
screwed. You're so screwed.
Oh my god.
Do I get well, no, it's unbeknownst to me, so I can't
Unbeknownst.
argue for
You can't.
for a
Keith
better
muted his
dice
channel.
pool, knowing that Keith's on his way, needing, of course, to never have this witnessed.
Well, do we have
Crap.
each other on scanners? Is
The
out of
story
curiosity.
demands this
So-
to be witnessed.
So does Lance get an alertness roll to see if he notices Red Lion turn around and head back, or is he too far up his own butt?
We'll check on his turn.
I don't ever like anything claused with, or is he too far up his own butt? Because 9 times out of 10, the answer is absolutely.
So, Keith, you make a very graceful move from the high ground and leap and start flying in the air. And you do notice as you're flying towards Lance that the nose of his lion is a little low towards the ground, and he just seems to be backing up repeatedly, but not moving anywhere.
Somebody
well,
driving a car out of a snowbank, they just go
A
back and
lot
forth
like
for
that,
a
yeah.
while.
Yeah, I will
If it weren't for
definitely.
the kids wouldn't be coming out to help him push.
Is it a blue lion? Is it kind of twerking? Is what we're saying? Is this TikTok material?
Yeah, I will.
Essentially.
I'll say, "Don't worry, Lance, I'm here," and then I'll swing the red lion around, and aim all of my weaponry at a stuck power crystal.
Are you going to try to fire at it in flight?
No, I will just make an incredibly animated, irritated face at Lance.
Y'all are the reason why Shiro drinks.
All right. Well, we'll yes, we will
Makes
get to
sense.
see what Lance's reaction
sure.
is in a minute. But let's move over
good.
to
Hello.
Pidge and the charging, grappling attack.
Yeah, so I'm going to target one of the ones that is not being currently mouth bladed by Shiro.
Absolutely.
So, all right, so I got grappling hook. The range is 50, 100. Does not do wounds, but it does other fun stuff. So I'm hoping to do
Yes.
is kind of make something either powerless or unable to. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick scan to see if there's anything, any kind of like secret weapon or like a trap that I might be able to preemptively disarm or disengage in some way.
Go ahead and give me a biotechnology plus D8 plus intellect roll.
Up. I'm gonna upgrade my D4 to a D6 again. Did not roll well. 9.
There's a lot of that going around. You don't see anything that looks like a really prime target that you need to disable. They all look pretty basic.
All right, I'll take one of them that's not being mouth bladed right now.
Are you trying to go full speed and a charge at them?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with a piloting roll. Piloting plus resolve plus D8.
Resolve. D8.
You know, Dan, when you say mouth bladed like that, it almost sounds like I'm making out with them. Like you're just getting kissed
mean,
by a kitty. It's fine.
It's on
They
your
were mouth
pillow.
blading in the corner. Don't worry
I'm
about
now
them.
blading the ground right now, so I get it.
You gotta start somewhere. All right, and so I do not have. Oh, piloting's a D6 for me. With an asterisk. So
Your
upgrade-
piloting is D6 plus an upgrade.
All right, I'll upgrade that to a D8. So I got 3 d8s. Right. Cha!
Damn.
8.
So apparently we're all going to go back to piloting practice after this mission so you can get a little better at steering your lions, but you didn't do anything terrible, just did not really give you the edge you were looking for to make it an awesome charge.
Roar!
So give me then a ranged combat plus agility plus D8 as you attack with your grappling hook.
Agility.
And this is just to restrain it, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
And so that'll be a d6, a d6, and a d8 for the task.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. 17.
Oh my goodness. So you might not have been hoping to do some damage, but first of all, you did just because you nailed this thing.
Yes.
You managed to get the hook around the lower part of it in front, and so it kind of went straight down to the ground and hit some of the ground and got damaged as it hit, and you have it ensnared really nicely. So that was an excellent grappling hook shot.
Huzzah!
Nice.
So that was very surprised. As I said, the Gara are not going to act this round, so we take it to Hunk. Hunk, you just saw Pidge pull off an excellent grappling hook shot. How are you going to follow that up?
I'm going to pounce on it and try to attack it with my, let's see, should I go with my claws, I think, because I'm a close combat specialist if memory serves. That's what I'm
Your
good
close
at.
combat is better than your ranged, yes.
Yep, so I'm going to try to pounce on it because my thought is the quicker we reduce their numbers, the less chance they have of causing us any injuries. So let's take this one out, and this one probably looks like it might be slowed down or immobilized, so even if I'm as clumsy as Lance, I might be able to hit it anyhow.
All right, so let's start with the piloting roll since you're charging as well. So do your piloting plus resolve plus a d8, and your piloting is d6 plus an upgrade, so one of the dice will be able to be upgraded.
D8. So piloting resolve is D8, and what was the last one? Piloting resolve
D8 for the feat die.
All right. I'm going to upgrade one of my D8s to D10 for the resolve, I guess. Why not? I don't know. But also that makes it I'll try to read that little one. I am looking at an 18.
18. Okay. So that is someone you're going to teach piloting school when everyone else goes back to it. That was a good roll. So you charge exactly the way you want to. You've gotten the feel for getting your lion claws onto the Balmura dirt, and you just race ahead towards this stationary lion. So you're going to attack it with your jaw blades. So you are going claws. Sorry, claws. So you are going to roll close combat, which is a D10 plus agility plus a D8, and you are going to take 3 upgrades on this test.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's upgrade that D10 to a D12. Well, let's upgrade my D8 to a D10, my D6 to a D8. Let's just go all big. Screw it. And let's hope my dice don't screw me. So 19.
All right. So when Pidge fired the grappling hook at this Gara, the nose went to the ground. It kind of stumbled. It was slowed. And then you just pounced right on it with your claws and went boom, boom, ripped it to shreds. This craft is completely non-functional. We have one less enemy on the field. So well
Nice
done.
work, Lance. Or Hunk.
Proud of you, Hunk.
Thanks. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Teamwork for the win.
All right, so that was the end of the first round, and we go back up to the top. Shiro, you have managed to damage 1 with your mouth blade, but you're not, like, ensnared in it. You just hit it and pulled back.
Right.
You're not Lance, for Pete's sakes.
Hey, come on, guy.
I was just using that as a helpful illustration, that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the dice went to double digits in total, actually.
Dice come in 10s now.
Mhm.
Doing okay back there, Lance? How you hanging?
2 enemies. 3 maybe.
So Shiro, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take the one that I just bladed and go at it with my claws.
All right, go ahead and give me D8 plus close combat plus agility.
Okay. 8 plus close combat plus agility. So I have close combat at a D6, and it's got the little asterisk, so that does allow me to
Upgrade
Do it
any die
up.
in your pool.
upgrade it up. Okay. Fantastic. That is
Get
going
back.
to be
I
a...
can give you some pointers, Shiro. It's okay, little buddy.
Excuse me, Hunk, I've got this. 15.
Hunk forgot his place for a moment there. That never happens.
Right, call him the leader. Little buddy is not something I thought
I mean,
was
it
gonna
is Hunk. Everyone's little to Hunk.
You're little.
happen.
Right.
All right, what was that roll
Also-
again, Sarah?
I was 15.
15. All right, so that is good for 2 more wounds. So you did critical damage to it, so an additional wound. Actually, that's
how you do it,
3
Shiro.
more wounds.
Ooh.
Thanks,
So that
Hunk.
one is pretty
Nice
battered.
work, Shiro.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, meanwhile, back at the power crystal.
Like,
So let's start with
separate
the
drama
awareness
building.
roll for Lance.
I don't think I need one. I'm not aware, obviously.
Awareness plus intellect plus D8.
Awareness is not the same thing, Lance.
uh 11.
11. So as you're trying to pull out, the good news is you get your jaw blades out of the ground and you look up in relief. And as you look up in relief, there comes Keith. And the smile on his face is so broad that you're not happy with it at all.
I think I've never felt more disgusted with myself in my life.
It is very teenage of you.
But
I
you are free, and there is combat going on, and there is a power crystal that is still unexcavated.
Well,
What are you going to do to help the team?
we are excavating that crystal like Keith should have done in the first place. I mean,
Oh, we're going to blame Keith for our failings.
Ooh.
yeah.
Out normal.
Yep. Go ahead and give me another
Sorry.
piloting plus agility plus D8.
Taking responsibility for my own actions. That's
Yeah, that sucks. I hate it.
Who does that?
That's Shiro's job, I think, isn't it?
exactly. That's why she's leader. Gosh, I could not do math for a second. 17.
At least you had to do math instead of just adding 1 + 1 + 1, so that helps.
Gotta say,
You've
it
never been able to do math, Lance.
became a little bit better than kindergarten grade math.
So, inspired by the presence of Keith and also wanting to look cool for Keith, you just slide right in. The blades go snip. You manage to get the blades under the crystal right after you snip it, flip it up, put it in the storage compartment, and you're like, yeah, that's no problem. This is fine.
Abs nailed it.
So you have harvested the power crystal. So Keith, as you are approaching, you see that Lance managed to harvest the power crystal and get himself unstuck.
I was about
What
to
are
say,
you doing from your vantage point?
would I be able to really quick, put in the chat? And I think this is where I realized that it was on the entire time. Or no, I responded earlier, so never mind. But anyways, I'll respond in the chat. Got the last power crystal.
Good job, Lance. Proud of
Nice
you.
work.
And Keith will respond, yes, and with so many enemies all around, great job, Lance. And then
Wow.
I will look directly at Lance through my lion.
All right, one quick interruption in the gameplay. I am notified by Mission Control that the Kickstarter just hit $125,000.
Yay!
Yay,
New
that's
stitch goal!
fantastic.
Thank you, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kickstarter team, for doing this. I appreciate all the support. That's awesome. Very exciting. All right, back to the adventure.
Thanks, Mission Control.
So what's going on, Keith? What are you gonna do
I say, now that that's handled beautifully, Lance, and with such aplomb, I think we're going to go help the others now. And I just turn in disgust and raise back to the others.
Tail up.
I would make Lance do a test to see if he recognizes the disdain hiding behind your voice, but it's Lance. I think he always assumes it's there.
Is that not default?
Yeah, so pretty sure it's recognized.
I do, as Lance, really kind of realize for a minute, like, crap, I owe him one.
Nice.
So that
did not turn him into the group.
Yeah.
That
Yet.
thought will be with you later, so you'll have to decide what to do about it later down the line. And then that takes us to Pidge with the awesome grappling hook shot that helped take out one. What are you doing next?
I'm gonna try out this mouth cannon that I've got. Different than mouth blades.
Yes.
Yes, ranged weapon instead of close combat. So you're going to do a D8 plus ranged combat plus agility.
Range is strike D6. Agility is also D6. All right. Rolling 2d6 and a d8. Much better. All right, 14.
Ah, very nice. Are you shooting at the one that Shiro had gotten before, or a unwounded one?
Unwounded one. I'm sure Shiro's got this, and there could be no negative effects from splitting fire.
All right, that was a good enough hit that you got one critical, so 2 wounds
All right.
were delivered.
Rawr.
You all haven't been wounded yet. I hope to wound you very soon, but just so you know how wounds work, as you start to move down a wound track, first you start to accept downgrades on a skill, and then as you get more wounded, you'll have to downgrade an attribute. So your attributes and skills will be slowly whittled away the more wounded you are.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
All right, so then I am left with 5 Gara, 2 of whom are wounded. So they are going to attack. We're going to say they're going to attack Hunk because Hunk had the most damaging blow
Hunk's
to
also
them.
in the middle of them all. Oh boy.
So Hunk, since you're in your lion, we get to use I guess we don't have separate armor for the lion. No, use your build as the armor. So you're going to use the D10 as your armor to defend against this shot. And then it will be your agility and resolve, if I remember correctly.
The worst combo, but so I roll before you, or are you rolling first?
I can roll first. I just got to find my dice pool. I'm flipping around this PDF like crazy. All right, so I get this, I get this, I get this, and then because it's a group, and I said I had 5, that is an upgrade.
Guys, I think I might be a little exposed here.
After that. Well, we're coming to
I
help
am
ya.
heading towards your position right now.
It's okay,
right.
little buddy. I think
I
you've
rolled
got
a
it.
16. What do you got?
Let's find out.
So mean.
Ooh. 7 plus 6, 13, 18.
Oh,
Dang.
man. I even rolled an 8 and a 6 on D8. I rolled well. You still beat me.
That's the
Not well
only
enough for
time you
Hunk.
will.
I know. All right, well done. So Hunk sensed the shot was coming because after he did such a great attack, he's like, of course they're going to go after me because I was awesome. And you were ready to slide over to the right just as they fire in mass at you and totally miss you. So well done, Hunk. Nicely piloted. And now you get to
I
respond.
meant to do that. I'm going to go after the one that Pidge went for because I still think that piling on damage and eliminating is the best way to do it. And I want to still go with my claws.
All right,
That's what I'm
so
best
charge it with the claws.
Yes, sir.
We're in closer range, so we won't worry about a piloting roll because you're not going to get up to a whole lot of speed. So just go ahead and give me the close combat plus agility plus D8.
Good. Please don't roll like Lance. Please don't roll like this. Ah,
Did you
a
just chant,
10.
please don't roll like Lance?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. But
I think that
I
was
might have
please
rolled like
have a
Lance
chance.
because I rolled a 10.
Actually, a 10 is enough. Just barely enough to do a wound, except for you use your claws. And if you see on your sheet, claws actually do 2 wounds.
All right.
So that is 2 wounds. So that lion is not out of the fight, but it is badly damaged. So we have 5 craft left. 2 of them are badly damaged. And we go back up to the top with Shiro.
All right, the one I've attacked is still up right now.
It is.
Okay, I will go at it with my claws again. Ooh, that's gonna be a big number. That's a 16.
Nice.
All right. I could do a vivid description of how torn apart and ravaged it is, but the point is, it is out of the fight. That is a broken craft, and its pilot is not happy at all.
I just lost my appetite watching that Shiro.
Are you okay?
Me? Yeah, totally fine.
No issue.
All right.
There.
Working out anything.
Lance, are you going to try to get to a fight while there's still a fight going on?
Well, of course, because I have yet to make my spectacular entrance.
And how will that spectacular entrance take place?
How high can I jump?
Well, it's technically a spaceship, so it doesn't have to just jump. You can be propelled.
Yeah, but okay, fair enough. So, yeah, if I am able to, sprint full speed and get up above the tree line, then I'd like to.
There are no trees, just rocks.
Or just rocks? Okay.
Rock line.
I mean,
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Also that.
Listen, I've spent so much time looking at the ground lately, I didn't remember what the actual terrain was like. I was focused on my fight with.
We're on a giant space armadillo, Lunk.
I'll mid-air pull out my rifle and aim down sights on. I mean, I don't really know which ones are injured, I guess, as Lance. So just the closest Gara to me. I'll go ahead again, mid-air, aim down, and try and do a headshot on.
Wouldn't you do the furthest one from you because that would make you cooler?
Shiro
You
all of a sudden
raise a
becomes the
good
devil on Lance's shoulder.
There is a
Shiro is actually the farthest one for me. Sounds actually a lot better, and I will, because I'm so confident in my skills, I don't think I really need to aim down sights either.
We talking your laser cannon or your
No, my
laser
rifle.
tail?
Well, no, you're
Okay.
in a craft, so you're not going to get out your rifle because you're in the lion.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's do the water cannon then.
The water cannon's range is not good enough. You're not going to get within 40 meters of them. The only chance you have is a long-range tail laser shot.
Yeah, let's do it then.
But you're going to try to go up.
Yep.
And then get yourself angled down and fire with the tail laser. I got that right?
Mid-air.
Mid-air. Okay.
Believe in yourself, Atreyu. Believe in yourself.
Avoid the swamp.
We're absolutely going to need a piloting roll to see how this goes.
Don't worry. I definitely don't have a history of this.
So piloting plus resolve plus D8.
Double dudes. You got this, I believe.
You can do it.
Note the upgrade next to your piloting skill.
Nah, I rolled well enough already without needing an upgrade. We've got...
You sure?
Yeah, 17.
Lance is always
Wow. Lance is feeling it now after digging his lion's head into the ground.
sure. Guys, Lance is here. We're okay.
Lance is maneuvering like a star. Okay. So you're going to have to take a downgrade for the range of the shot. But then you'll also get an upgrade for your piloting roll, so you can just cancel those two out.
All right.
And then do ranged combat. plus agility plus D8.
I get a D10 in all this.
Dang.
There's definitely no way to screw this roll up.
Way to announce or jinx it.
21.
Yeah.
You found your dice.
Fatality.
So was this to uninjured one or just the farthest away one?
Farthest.
Okay. So you said 21?
Yeah.
Wow, you took it out. That was 5 wounds.
And so
Great
the
job.
wounds because of the criticals, or how did that?
Yeah.
How did the method happen?
So what for the opponents that you're trying to roll against, instead of me rolling defense, I have a fixed defense based on their dice. I just kind of take an average roll. So you've been trying to hit a 9, and then the critical for a tail laser is 3. So since with the 21 he beat the 9 by 12, that's 4 criticals and 1 wound just for hitting.
Oh, wow.
So 5 wounds altogether.
Cool. Okay. Neat.
Good to know.
And
I
2d8 d10 rolling a 21 is a very solid roll.
He's totally not going to be unbearable after this.
There is
No, not at all.
absolutely no reason to assume that I didn't purposefully overact this entire scene just to try and shut Keith up a little bit on the inside.
That's actually how shutting up someone who won't shut up works. Is the more you try, the better it works.
Yeah.
He's just
It
extra
doesn't
happy
work
he has
that
blackmail
way.
material on you.
But anyways, yeah, that is what all Lance I think is able to do, unless I, critted so much I can go and get a second shot, but I don't think that's how this system works.
No.
Heath did record the butt twerking when he found Lance, didn't he? Please tell me he recorded the butt twerk, the kitty twerking.
I mean, there's probably a live feed recorded for all of our battles, so we can just go back to the records.
'Cause, I mean, we do need entertainment after we're done here having dinner, something to watch.
Well, we are on Keith. So, Keith, you just watched after you came and tried to help Lance. You just watched Lance pivot, shoot up into the air over a ridge. You did not see what happened, except on your sensor, you noticed one blip is gone, and you hear your other teammates express amazement at what they saw in the clearing. What are you going to do?
I'll say yes, Keith. Good job clearing a 3rd enemy, and then I will round the ridge as well and see if I can't aim to outdo Lance and shoot at something myself.
This just went from almost being Keith's best day ever to being not quite as exciting. It was so close to being the best day ever.
It's very, very upsetting to have Lance succeed at something when he had failed so spectacularly and only I knew about it.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll
It
put
was
you through the
amazing.
same gauntlet that Lance just went through. So give me piloting plus resolve plus D8.
6 and D8. All right. That's oh goodness, this day's not going to get good for Keith. That's an 8.
All right, once again, it did not fail spectacularly, but not as graceful as you wanted it to be. So then you're going with tail laser, I assume, due to the range?
Yes.
Are you going with the one that Shiro has been shooting or an unwounded one?
We'll go with an unwounded one so that I can have this one all to myself and get all the glory.
All right. So you're going to do ranged combat plus agility plus D8, but you're going to need a downgrade for the range.
Oh, I'll downgrade by D8. Do I get to choose which one to downgrade?
Yep, you can always choose which die in the pool you want to
Oh
upgrade.
my gosh. My 2D10 ended up with a 6, and my
Oh.
D8 was a 3. So I did a 9.
That's a
So
hit.
now I will have. Oh, I've hit something.
You did cause a wound.
Flailing madly.
Oh,
With
good.
my
Keith
tail
is
laser.
finally here, too.
So now Lance and I will look at each other like, we
Yep.
have both succeeded and failed wildly.
I
Go
I would
team!
do a quiet nod down as I see that, and not mention a single thing about it.
All right, the restraint is admirable. Pidge, we are over to you. What would you like to do? There are only a few, I think 3 left, and 2 of them are wounded.
I think I'm gonna try using my. I'm gonna use my
Oh, no, there's 4 left.
claws
Cool.
against one of the injured ones, since we need to focus fire and get rid of some of these guys. So,
Okay, which weapon was that again?
my claws, melee.
Claws, okay. So, close combat plus agility plus D8.
All right, agility. I should know this by now. Okay. All right, so we got a 2d6 and a d8. Rolling for 18.
Were you going to the one that Shiro had wounded or the one that Keith wounded?
Well, Shiro wounded.
Okay, so absolutely. Oh, that's right. You finished that off, didn't you? Okay, so another.
Yeah,
We'll go with one Keith wounded. Yeah, and you finished that one off too. So
Rawr.
Pidge is really doing some excellent combat work this time around, especially because you use claws, and claws gets 2 wounds right off
That's right.
the bat. So
Thanks
the
for starting there,
Galra
Keith.
know that this combat is not going well for them. So they immediately start to shoot up into the air. They want to get away from this combat at all speed. And they're not engaging anymore. They are retreating. How do you respond to their retreat?
I try to jump on the nearest one and see if I can pull it back down. Sarah,
That's
you're-
exactly, yeah, thanks. I was like, I saw the pink. It's muted. Dang. It's exactly what I would do too. Come on, Hunk. Let's see who can jump and grab him down.
All right. Both of you give me close combat plus agility plus D8. Let's see what happens.
Cats, we have to swat at flying things.
I mean, yeah,
Why?
like we're cats. Like this is how this works.
Ooh, 18.
Yes.
Oh, 15.
Still yes.
Both of you hit.
Feel good.
Both of you keep the ones you targeted from retreating.
Yeah.
You did not. That was claws. So Hunk, you destroyed yours. Shiro did not quite destroy the one you're going after, but it's hurt. We have one more that is fleeing the scene.
Can you
Grappling
chomp
hook?
your jaws into it, Shiro? Hold it down, maybe?
Oh yeah.
You got your claws into it, so you kept it
Okay.
from escaping.
Yeah.
Good,
Right.
good, good.
But the other one is fleeing the scene.
You got a grapple, Pidge?
Grappling hook. Sure.
Gonna try to grapple it? All right, go ahead.
Yep.
Ranged combat plus agility plus D8.
All right. So that's 2d6 and
Pitch,
d8 again.
pitch, do
Ah.
pitch dance.
Yeah.
Cheering
Oh
on Pitch.
yes.
Pitch,
I rolled an 8, a
pitch.
6, and a 1, which is a number that is 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that slows it down pretty well. It could, in a turn, escape from the hook, but it's not getting away right now.
If only someone could shoot it while it's held mostly captive.
Lance. Huh.
I'll leave this one to you. I think you've got the better shot.
Ooh, what's you, Keith?
Keith, you want to take it?
Yep, I got it.
What are you using?
The tail laser seems like the thing.
All right, you can get close enough so you don't have the downgrade. So you can just
Perfect.
do straight up D8 plus range combat plus agility.
Yes, let's try this. 2d10s plus a d8. I'm not rolling well today. A 9. How awful.
That's enough to hit.
Once again, you got a hit, and that was the one that Pidge had grappled. So that's a wound, but it is not out of the fight yet. Well, I mean, it's grappled and
I
not
will
doing well.
go
It's not
ahead.
able to retreat yet.
I will go ahead and fire my tail laser as well, but try and not let anyone see it so Keith can get the
Accolades.
Fred,
yeah, thank you. There it is.
Why would he do such a thing? My
Glory,
hackles are immediately
the
up.
glory.
Because this is way worse than letting you win is helping you win.
Yeah, right.
Or he's kissing your butt so you don't release what you saw.
Oh, right.
It might be both at the same time.
Okay, so you're gonna take you're gonna make your feat die for this shot a D6 instead of a D8. So you're
Okay.
going D6 plus ranged combat plus agility.
D6, D10, D8. We've got 18.
Okay, since it's a called shot, it reduces your critical by 1. So instead of being 3, it's 2.
However,
So that certainly destroys it. I want everyone who is not Keith or Lance to give me an awareness plus intellect plus D8 roll.
Where's the intellect? Let's see it.
I'm not very aware, am I?
That's okay.
You're
Not
aware that
every-
you're hungry, Hunk. It's all right.
9.
Is it almost lunchtime yet?
No, you
We're-
didn't need
we're
to do
almost
one,
there.
Keith.
it's always almost lunchtime.
Got an 8. Could have been worse.
12?
12.
As far as you know, a shot came from the direction of Keith that destroyed this trooper, or destroyed this Gara.
Get
Nice
scared
shot,
for more.
Keith.
All right.
Get scared for more enemies.
Thanks for finishing strong, Keith.
One more to go.
Keith will keep quiet for the moment.
All right. So you have destroyed the invading force of Gara. Everyone give me another awareness roll. Awareness plus intellect plus D8.
$13.
10. One day.
13.
Keith will roll something good.
13.
Did this seriously? 3 of us rolled 13.
It is
That's
very close
bonkers.
to the average difficulty level, 13.
We're so good. Look at us being good
But
at
that's
stuff.
like a major
18.
success for me for awareness.
What was that, Pidge?
18.
Ooh.
All right, then we'll focus on Pidge for this one. Pidge, you, of course, have studied all things technical and are familiar with some of the basic Galra craft. And you know the craft that landed here are not long-range craft.
No.
So you weren't aware of any Galra base nearby. If you were, you'd be much more worried. So the question is, where did they come from?
Do we?
Well, you see, when a mommy Galra and a daddy Galra really love each other.
We're talking a little more recently than that.
Okay.
But you're right. Points for accuracy.
So,
Thank you.
friends, looks like these are just standard, small, short range, like, sentries or guards. Not long distance travelers, not long distance freighters. So there's either an undisclosed base or perhaps a carrier. Do we know about carriers? Have we seen carriers?
Team, we should get back to the castle and make sure that that's not under attack, and these were just distractions.
Do we have enough crystals here, or do we still need that one that Pidge and I were after?
You got
guys
both
already
the
got it.
crystals you were harvesting.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all weren't caught in the ground or thing, I believe. And
Yes, they managed to harvest normally.
Fighting enemies.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. We have two of them really hard, really tough, long battle.
Fighting those stupid earthworms. All right, Shiro has suggested that you go back to the castle. Any issues?
That sounds-
No,
No.
Sounds advisable.
The kitchen's in the castle, right?
Correct.
Yes, the kitchen is in the castle.
Okay, as long as I don't get motion sickness flying back, be good.
All right, so you head back to the castle. You can get out of your lions. You notice as you get to the castle, there is not an attack on the castle happening right now, so at least that you don't have that to worry about.
Okay.
That means that a full array of sandwiches are available to Hunk.
just
Hey.
Hunk.
But that also means as you get out of your lions, Keith and Lance, you have a minute as you're walking down the corridors of the castle. towards wherever you're going to make your plan, that you can exchange a few words if you'd like to about how the day went.
I step away for 1 second. Pardon me.
I will turn to Lance and say something like, nice shooting.
I appreciate a fine teammate who helped me take care of the fine teammate you are that helped me take care of those enemies back there.
And
It
the
is-
kiss.
It is uncharacteristic of you to not take credit. So, thanks.
I know you could have released the video, and you still can. I just hope this will jog your memory if you decide to speak on the events of today. But otherwise, you deserve that kill. You went ahead and helped me out, so only right to repay the favor.
I will say, there's no honor in dishonoring a teammate, and then he will jog down the hallway immediately without any further comment.
Oh god, that was so painful. That was so painful.
I'm gonna stop in my tracks and reevaluate where I've gone in life to be part of this team before cracking myself up by farting, because that is Valance we know and love.
Because I am the team player, as I'm carrying my platter of sandwiches, I have to check. I guess Keith is out of range, but I have to make sure Shiro, Pidge, and Lance are fed too. You guys hungry? Was a busy day.
Good job, Hunk. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely, Hunk. I appreciate. I'll take a sandwich.
5 for me, 1 for each of you. Perfect.
Even
That-
division.
I about to say,
All right.
this roll, I think, checks out on that math, you know.
Shiro, how do you want to go about making your next plan or figuring out your next move?
I definitely want to talk to whoever's in, well, we're in charge, I suppose, if I'm remembering correctly. Definitely want to go to like the operations and double check our long range sensors to make sure there's no other ships, especially Galra, around the area. I want to warn, I forget who the dude is in the ship, but I want to warn
Oran.
everyone in the yes, Oran, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will warn Oran to keep an eye out in case we are sent out for another mission, while in case anything happens, because that'd be bad if anything happened. In the meantime, have we actually changed into Voltron yet, or no?
No, you have not formed Voltron yet.
Okay. Knowing there's still tension between Lance and Keith, I'd like to see if we can actually get together and form Voltron at least once. Like, practice our piloting skills a little bit. And I feel like we're getting a little closer to each other, so I feel like we could maybe do it.
Okay, so you just
Practice
want to do a
forming
practice
Voltron.
formation of Voltron?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So here's how the formation test for Voltron works. It is, of course, a group activity.
Okay.
So we need all of you together. We'll assume Pidge is here. And I will keep talking as I flip through the rules. So we're going to start with a D6 because this is a complex feat.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are going to look at the resolve each of you has. So everyone look at your resolve attribute.
Okay.
And we're going to want the highest resolve and the lowest resolve among all of you.
D8 resolve.
I have a D8.
D6.
Where'd it go?
Keith has got a D6 as well.
And what's Pidge have?
Pidge has D8.
So that means we're going to roll for the pool, a D6 for the feat die. A
Okay.
D8 will be the highest resolve,
Okay.
and D6 for the lowest. You can only roll
Yeah.
once, so you got to pick which member of the team you would like to roll the formation.
Not fair.
Nope, not it.
I don't think Keith has been doing best on rolls either.
No, Keith has been
Pidge.
awful with rolls.
Pidge has been the one hitting the
Yeah.
home runs, but seems to be missing. Maybe Pidge is speeding Princess Laura's mice.
I mean, those mice are cool. Like,
And a worthwhile activity, absolutely.
I could roll if we want to speed it up.
All right,
You-
Shiro can take leadership.
You're the
and
leader.
roll.
I have
As you
faith
do
in
your
my
practice
leader.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. It's a 12.
So you form and you're feeling a good bond, but something doesn't quite work to make Voltron come together. You all
Okay.
get in position, you're feeling good, but there's something that's keeping
Don't think
the
that
full
last
bond
sandwich
from
sat well
happening.
with me. Sorry.
I didn't trip.
I didn't see anything that I'm telling anybody else about.
So
Well,
you'll
Shane
have
Page
some
wasn't
time
here
to
to roll the
process this
dice.
information. Maybe you'll be able to talk with Keith, Lance, and the others about what might be holding you back. But
Okay.
we'll figure out what you're going to do about this after we take a small break.
Ba,
Dun.
ba, ba,
let's
ba.
Take about 5 minutes. Make your next plans. Get something to eat if you need to. Use whatever facilities are necessary, and we will be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Diddy dun dun.
Okay, bye.
When threats emerge in the universe. When the galaxy needs your help. You can form the mighty Voltron. 5 brave fighters and their powerful lions join together to defend the universe. The greatest hope of the universe is coming to a role-playing game made by Catalyst Game Labs. The dice core system used in Voltron, the role-playing game, is easy to learn and use while providing great depth of play. As you roll a pool of 3 dice determined by your skills and attributes, your decisions and circumstances can make those dice better or worse, so what you choose can have an instant impact. Act now and join the fight to defend the universe. When conquerors approach and the danger is high, you have to come together as paladins and work as a team, and you have to be ready to be part of the universe's most legendary defender. Then, universe needs you. You can form the mighty Voltron. The greatest hope of the universe is coming to a role-playing game made by Catalyst Game Labs. The dice core system used in Voltron, the role-playing game, is easy to learn and use while providing great depth of play. As you roll a pool of 3 dice determined by your skills and attributes, your decisions and circumstances can make those dice better or worse. So what you choose can have an instant impact. Back now and join the fight to defend the universe.
All right, welcome back. Sorry that break was closer to 10 minutes instead of 5, but glad you stayed with us. Let's pick up the action right away and figure out how everyone responded to the fact that you weren't able to form Voltron. Is anyone going to take some actions to try to prepare for the next time you want to form Voltron?
I'm gonna quietly cry in my lion and contemplate all of the mistakes I've made with the team, and obviously blame myself.
Yeah, okay,
I'm-
all fair.
More-
And you
more-
do have a crying pillow in your lion because that's how life has gone often, so you've got
right,
that.
right, yeah. So I do have that. But beside that, I will probably just I will probably actually go through all of the things that I've done as a leader and see if there's anyone that I've kind of looked over or any relationships I've kind of passed by or anything like that and just not paid attention to. Like, just be like, what am I missing?
All right, why don't you give me D8 plus persuasion plus influence?
Okay. No, I lost my character sheet. Wait, there we go. Okay, and I'm sorry, you said a D8 plus persuasion
And influence.
and influence. Okay.
And your paladin leader gift would come into effect here, so you can re-roll one of these dice after your roll if you would like.
I will do that. Because I was not happy with that number. Okay, that's a 10 altogether. Not the worst, not the best.
So you think, and you're not terribly surprised at this realization, that even though they said the right things, there still might be some underlying tension between Keith and Lance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't see how anyone would see that.
Does
Well-
anyone else want to take action in response to the fact that you could not form Voltron?
Well, I figure Pidge is the smartest one of us, especially when it comes to alien technology. And I mean, we just got done from a mission. We got crystals to unload. I'm used to helping Pidge out with the heavy lifting and engineering stuff anyhow. So I think maybe me and Pidge are going to, or at least I'm going to ask Pidge if she can think of any reason why we were having some issues here. Because, thought everything was going swimmingly. We were awesome in battle. But then,
Yeah, we had great teamwork. I was thinking about reviewing kind of like, have we all been doing providing the right kind of support for each other? Like in the last battle, it seemed like we had a lot of combat teamwork. Even the two frenemies over there were doing what looked like it was okay, and I guess.
do our lions, do they record our biometric information? Like,
Do
is
they
there a
count the
log
tears?
maybe of our brainwave and that kind of stuff? I'm just
Probably not
curious if they-
brainwaves. I don't think it goes to that level of
Okay.
detail.
I'm just curious.
Like in
Kinda like
Ava?
there's a black box where we can maybe see if the lions know what we're doing wrong.
To see
you-
if our
you do-
synchronicity is correct, like if we're piloting Avas.
You do have a special bond with the lion. In order to be able to pilot it, you have to bond with the lion first. So there is some degree of knowledge that the lions have of the pilots. So you could try to commune with the lions if you would like.
Yeah, I think. What do you think, Paige? Think we should talk to our cats? See what's up? Because I'm drawing a blank. I mean, we were doing so good.
It looked that way. Maybe there was more going on under the surface.
But what? I mean, they took care of those extra bogeys that we didn't even know were creeping up on us, and
Yeah, I
then
wonder-
came in really saved our tails at the end there too, picking off those other ones. So I mean, I don't understand.
There's got to be some way we can
Yeah.
help them keep this positive momentum they're building. Help them
Yeah.
out like that.
Oh
Never
my
seen
god,
Lance be this helpful before.
this is
Actually,
breaking my heart.
It's a
We'll
little
have you-
suspicious, actually,
Helpful.
that they were behaving.
So I think I'm going to go commune with my lion because if Pidge doesn't know, Shiro doesn't seem to have any answers, and I mean, I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I just pick up
You are the
stuff,
shed,
cook
though.
stuff, and
But you're the
Carrot
best
stuff.
butter knife in the kitchen.
I prefer cheese spreader. But
Okay. You're the best cheese spreader in the kitchen.
How's your
So,
Mexico not
Hunk,
Wisconsin?
are you trying to commune on your own, or are you going to help Pidge? You're going to go on your own? Are you going to try to talk to Lion Pidge also?
I think maybe if we try to combine our thoughts on the stuff,
Okay,
maybe can
so-
we get the lions to also commune with each other?
That would be the first step, is you communing with your lions, and then maybe you could get them to interact more. So
Yeah.
first, Hunk, go ahead and give me engagement plus resolve plus D8.
So it's D8 engagement. Where is D6? Not great, and then another D8. There. Get the glasses on so I can read that darn D8. Okay, that's not bad actually. 6, 6, and 5. So 12, 17.
Okay, that's a good roll. So you kind of lend your support to Pidge, and then Pidge is going to make the same roll of engagement plus resolve plus D8, but you're going to take 2 upgrades on that roll.
Two
Thanks to
upgrades.
Hunk's help.
I'll take went from 3d8 to a d8, a d10, and a d10. And I got an 11.
Okay, so the lions, they communicate not quite in vocabulary, more in senses. But what you kind of feel from them is that some of the pilots, even though they were helping each other, they were still more worried about themselves than they were worried about the mission.
Hope it wasn't me.
I was too focused on the ambush.
Might
It was
be
me.
on it. Might have been. Should we maybe talk to Shiro on the side? Let him know what the lions are telling us?
Well, let's see what Shiro has to say. Would it help for Shiro to also tap into their lion, or
Maybe if we can bring it in.
If you give the information that you have to Shiro, that might help as
Yeah.
Shiro communes with the
Hey,
lions.
Shiro, can you come down
Yeah?
to the hangar for a minute? We'd like to talk to you about something that we are.
Of
Discovered.
course.
And
Door's
this,
always open. I'm on the way.
Thanks.
this is once again leaving Lance and Keith to be alone with each other, isn't it?
The castle
Well-
is large. You could be together, or you could go to separate quarters and be away from each other, whatever you want.
And we're too oblivious to know that we probably need to bring you in. So
get there.
All
I
right,
wanna
so what do
see
you
when
tell
you-
Shiro when Shiro joins you?
hey Shiro, Pidge, do you want to cover it or should I or
Is this good
yeah.
news or bad news?
news?
Yeah, I would say just
Okay.
it's not good news for sure.
But we might have an
So-
idea.
Okay.
So Hunk had the great idea to commune with our lions to see if they could give us any information about what's going on with the situation, why this couldn't work, and we landed that some of the team, despite working well together outwardly, was still more concerned with their own personal goals and interests.
Okay.
Which kind of caught a burr in my head of how well our two frenemies are behaving today.
You
did a
hit it
great
on the
job
nose.
leading us. You did a great job opening that attack. We had a lot of great teamwork together, even they did. But something was up.
I was just wondering, do you think Black maybe could narrow down maybe more what our problems were if you commune with?
It's definitely Lance and Keith. There's something they're not telling us that happened out in the field today.
But they did so good. They took out
They did.
4 or 5 of the
Did.
Goldra.
Right.
I mean, how do you know it's? I mean, I was so distracted because I was so hungry.
Hey, Pidge,
You-
could you possibly go back on your sensor readings and see if there were any Galra near where Lance was harvesting crystal?
I'm on it. Is this a check or is this something I can just like look through the logs?
Yeah,
and be like,
you don't need to make a check. You can look through your recording, and you see that all the Galra were centered in the clear area and not where the crystal was.
Yeah, there were no additional enemy forces outside of what we saw directly in the clearing. So
Okay.
there's some.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse
So
Excuse me, I'll be back.
wait, where are you
Wait.
going, Hunk?
I storm off.
Hunk?
And
The monsters
whichever
over here.
ones I find first, I'm grabbing by their scruffs and dragging them back. Because Hunk is bad.
Okay, Keith and Lance, both of you roll a d6.
I'll be dragging Hunk ineffectively
2.
behind.
2.
Roll again.
See, we're in sync. Then it's nothing to do with
3.
3.
Okay, roll d8s for
See.
Pete's sakes.
So it sounds like they were together.
8.
Ebony and
Yeah,
Ivory
6.
here.
All right, you encounter Lance first. Lance, you see Hunk storming through the hallways, and when he sees you, his hand
Smoke.
starts reaching for your neck.
I've had nightmares about this, but I never thought I'd actually live it.
You know it'll go easier if you don't resist.
Hunk? What did I tell you about doing things when you're mad?
We're
I
hangry.
am going to go and how large is the hallway?
Pretty large. You have enough space to maneuver or to walk side by side or whatever.
I'm gonna
Enough to
wait
get
till,
past Hunk.
well, yeah, until Hunk's about, I would say, good 10 feet away from me before I do a sidestep and then try and slip between, in between his legs.
Knowing
All right.
how slimy Lance is, I'm anticipating that, and as soon as he goes down, I leg sweep him.
So let's. Why don't you give me Hunk close combat plus d8 plus agility, and Lance, give me agility plus stealth, which you don't have, so that's a d4 plus d8.
16.
I'm doing the math on this. It's not friendly. No.
Only fire.
4.
Okay,
Oh no!
so you start coming up, and you're gonna do your smooth move between Hunk's legs, but Hunk was anticipating you, sweeps your legs, bends down, grabs your neck. You are grabbed by the scruff of your neck by Hunk.
And I know my arms are longer than yours. Let's find Keith.
The last thing I wanted to hear after getting just absolutely manhandled is let's find. I am going to take this as not just a confrontation between friends, but now as an actual attack.
Oh God.
I fearing for what's to come. I'm gonna use claws on, the arm or the hand that's around, or the arm that's around.
You mean the hand that's literally holding the scruff of your neck?
Yeah, whichever arm it is.
Uniform, whatever, yeah. But,
Yeah.
Well, you're not in the lion now, so you don't have the lion claws, so you can.
Oh,
You have fingernails, though.
You got a
big
rifle.
guy.
I'm about to say I keep bouncing between these and using the wrong
Don't
one.
reach for your
All right.
Valyard. That would be a bad idea. That would be
actually,
a bad idea.
we're gonna take a slightly different approach. Gonna go ahead and see how firm of a grasp is it on the scruff of my neck?
Very firm. Not choking you, not breaking your neck.
Yeah.
But serious business.
Mean
If-
business.
And obviously well aware I am not as big as Hunk.
You're
and
seeing the steam coming out of my ears literally at the moment, too.
I've got to outmaneuver him with agility rather than pure strength. I'm gonna try and break the right at the elbow, try and get his arm to drop down and flip over him, which will
Okay,
cause
go
him
ahead
to
and give me
back.
close combat plus agility plus d8, and Hunk, you can roll. We'll say armor, which is d6 plus agility plus resolve.
right?
4.
16.
All right. So you try to chop his arm and go boing. Bounce
Should be
right off of
awful
it. I don't know if you even hit him hard enough to make him mad.
This would be a terrible time for Keith to walk up and see
I
this.
just give you the look as I keep walking, and I give you the finger.
Okay, so Keith rounds the corner and says, "Oh, it was me. I'm the problem.
Okay,
You're the
Taylor
drama?
Swift.
Lance was the one." Lance was the one who destroyed that lion, and I took credit for it. I'm ashamed. And I fall to my knees and feign crying without actually crying. Like, not, I just sort of go through the motions of crying without actually crying.
But what?
I'm gonna check if he's actually crying.
He killed a lion?
I am
But
not
the
actually
lions
crying.
are okay.
Oh,
No, in the battle, I shot at one of the Galra forces, but I took credit
Oh.
for Lance's shot. I've dishonored my parents. And I like raise my hand to the sky.
I thought you were an orphan.
My parents that I would have had.
His deceased
memory.
family, yeah.
What is the degree of a
Parents-
bullshit detector that Hunk has towards Keith and Lance by this point in our relationship?
I mean, always on because it's usually going off.
Yeah,
But this is consistent with how Keith behaves and his sense of honor.
I, of course, realizing that obviously understanding a little bit that this does destroy the equal footing I was hoping me and Keith would be on, but understanding that this is absolutely a time in which I can take credit for my own self and, you know, be a little bit arrogant. I'll be like, you know, Keith, it's all right. But yeah, I made one hell of a shot right there. That was absolutely spot
About
on.
that point is when I give him a shake. Mid tirade or mid brag. And what about those non-existent enemies you were claiming?
Yeah,
Lance?
Lance.
Huh?
no enemy data
Yeah.
was reported at the site of that second dig.
Yeah.
Deer in headlights look. Just comes over Lance's face, realizing that slowly but surely there's no way around this.
Going to the lions. You're all getting in your respective lions. We're communing with the lions. We're being honest with ourselves until we can make Voltron.
And honest with your lions.
You hear footsteps
Might
in
be
the
able to lie
hallway.
to us. Can't
There
lie
are
to your
footsteps
lion.
running toward you. Someone is coming down the hallway toward you at a high speed.
Oh,
Okay.
I turn around, still holding Lance, but a little more gently.
I am going to take this opportunity to make it all about me yet again. Do I so where are the 5 of us respectively to each other?
Well, you're in my hand.
Yeah, well, okay. I know where you're at, Tony. Well aware of your position. I see Keith having a full breakdown.
I don't think Shiro is in this hallway right now.
Okay. Then still trying to think like maybe there is a way I can get out of this. Just maybe.
Yeah. How long before Paige and Shiro catch up? Out of curiosity.
I was pretty.
You were. Oh,
Yeah, I
you're on
think
my coat.
Pidge was there.
Yeah, Pidge is there.
So I get that, you know, it might not have popped up on the scanner, but if you just understand, I had to disable their tracking device, and so it wouldn't pop up. And I
That's
don't
not how it works, Lance.
So
I don't see how any of this
What was there, Keith? Shut up, Lance.
crystal. There was a crystal there, and
Face
I
to
got it.
face.
Remember?
Shut up,
Remember me?
Lance.
The footsteps come closer. It's Koran. And his mustache is bouncing up and down as he
Oh, I
runs
forgot
toward you
about
at
his
high
mustache.
speed.
I love his mustache. Okay, sorry.
After
he
telling
says,
Lance to
"I
shut
found
up,
it."
I face him.
I found it! Everyone to the mission room! Everyone, quickly, quickly! I found it!
I drop Lance. No
done
warning,
yet.
making sure he lands on his butt.
Blump.
Oh, that
Not done
hurt.
yet, Lance.
Not cooking for you for a week.
So, Keith, you get to enjoy seeing Lance dropped on his butt. But you are
No,
still
sorry.
troubled by your sense of shame.
My lack of honor.
Yeah.
If you stop cooking for me, then I'll stop playing. How far can I land a sandwich in your mouth from away? I don't know if we ever established a name for the game, but I know it's fun and I know you like it.
Pidge,
That
you want to
Sandwich
play
ball?
a game?
Sure.
He doesn't
Sandwich
have
ball?
the arm.
I've watched the tapes.
That's okay. Pidge needs the practice. I head towards ops because I'm still very mad, but I'm calming down. And
All right,
feeling a
you-
little ashamed that I was that mad because I don't like it.
Shame is such a powerful force.
There should be a lot of shame.
The rest of you.
in Voltron right now.
Hero, I don't think you were in the area, but you also got the summons that you need to come to the control room.
Yeah, I'll be to the control room.
Lance, Keith, Pidge, what are you guys doing?
Control room.
Control room.
All right, so Koran gives you a briefing, and he says, once you said that you detected these fighters, we really worked to scan the nearby area to see if anything had changed. We found an asteroid that we hadn't tracked before nearby, and once we zeroed our sensors on it, it appears there is a small base on that asteroid. It must be a Galra base. It's getting closer to us. If we don't want to have more Galra swarming on us in any minute, we probably should do something about that base.
By small, do we mean like Pidge small or Lance small?
Hey. Let's find out.
We mean that at least it was capable of launching 6 Galra at you, so there are probably more Galra positioned within the base. But if the base was taken out, then it couldn't launch anything.
Nuke it
Only
from
there was a
orbit. It's
weapon.
the only way to be sure.
Are we
Voltron
fully
is big on
fueled up?
nukes, absolutely. No, wait.
Super nukey.
Are all our lions fueled and ready?
Yes, they are ready to roll as soon as you are. But this might take more than lions. It might take
This
the
might
mightiest
take
warrior in
Voltron.
the universe to defeat the base.
So, Keith, Lance, are we ready? And I might be getting a little close to the faces.
Keith, Lance, Pidge, Hunk.
Yes,
We are
Cheryl.
all a team. We can do this. It's not a contest. It's a team. One victory is a victory for all of us. One failure is a failure for all of us. We can do this. We can put everything together and we can defend this universe the best we can with our lions coming together as Voltron. We can do this.
We can
I
do this.
believe in you, and you should believe in yourselves too.
All right,
And I
give
start
me a
walking towards the lion bays.
Ooh.
Give me a persuasion plus influence plus D8 roll and take 2
Oh.
upgrades because that was a good speech. I enjoyed it.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
I get to try my stubborn gift against this. Awesome.
And remember, you have your paladin leader feat, so after you roll the dice, you can re-roll one of them if you don't like
All
the
right. And I'm sorry, you said it was D8 and what else? Persuasion?
roll. This was D8 plus influence plus persuasion, yes.
All right, cool. And you said 2 upgrades.
And 2 upgrades.
All right. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. 1, 2. There we go. My D8 suddenly decided to run away from me. That's an 18.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
a very
Keith,
good roll.
You are very inspired by that speech, and you remember that this isn't just about you. It's about defending the universe and using Voltron to be a force of greater good. So, Pidge, Hunk, Lance, Keith, how do you react to that realization?
Okay, guys, let's do this. And Lance, I'm sorry. I was probably a little harsh. And if we can take out this base and form Voltron, I'll make you lunch again.
I still want to play sandwich ball though.
So do I.
Um,
Two, we've never done double sandwich ball before.
You got 2 arms. Realizing though that I have stayed silent for all too long, I do turn to Keith and, you know, Keith, I admire you. I admire what you do for this team. But because I am not emotionally secure enough to then handle the fallout of all this, nor mature enough to know what to do next, I do enact my invisibility.
If only my adolescence cries for this.
I could really use that power when a conversation just becomes emotionally uncomfortable.
Oh my god, you do have invisibility. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
I was
immediately
waiting
peeked out
for
of
the
that.
perfect time to throw that out because I was thinking, like, knowing everything about Lance, I knew he had to use it in a way to avoid coming
Your
to
shame is the perfect invisibility cloak.
100%.
Magic.
And
Use
Keith, how are you
Um,
feeling about everything that went down?
Keith will try to think of some way, like maybe there's dust on the floor or something like that. Like I can see Lance's like footsteps, and like I can still see you. I know where you are, but also, and like Keith will like put his hands in his forehead and say something to the effect of, "You're a good pilot. You don't need to make up stories. I respect you." And then run out the door.
No, before he runs. Before he runs. Group hug! Group hug!
Flying group hugs.
I absolutely am glad I used invisibility now.
What a couple of dudes.
Aww.
Keith will reluctantly accept the group hug while protesting
roll my
outwardly.
close combat skill if I need to complete this group hug.
No. Past
Realizing
that.
while
Past that.
I'm
Together.
invisible- Oh,
It's a group victory. A group hug is a group victory.
I love
And
you
also,
guys.
look at the data. Everyone fails sometimes. It's okay. That's why there's 5 of us, not 1 of us.
And Pidge has the data, you better believe it.
Aw.
I will complete the group hug, realizing also that I can't exactly get out of a room until I do. Reluctantly, stubbornly.
But you still do it,
Aw.
which is the only way I've seen you do a group hug in real life, too.
Well, I mean, no one
Invisibility?
knows I'm there. Hopefully, they're not looking at the dust on the floor because I didn't realize that until Keith said something. And so I am hoping that no one will ever have an image of this. And even if they do, I won't appear in it. So, no one can send it to the group chat and, remind me of this.
No
But
thermo scans here.
We also need
Yeah.
Corin
Ah,
in this group hug.
Pidge, I see you.
No,
We do
Corin
need
is
Corin
absolutely-
included in this group hug because
Corin is totally
Voltron
up
is
for the
more
group
than
hug,
just
you bet.
us 5. Without
Yeah.
Corin and Laura, we're not a team. So let's
Yeah,
get the
we
real
got- we
group
got- we
hug,
gotta get-
everyone.
yeah.
They're all
We need
in.
the mice.
Yep.
Mice,
And the mice can probably detect you because they got other senses.
whiskers.
Oh, yeah, the
And
mice know what's going
ears,
on.
whiskers.
Mhm.
All right, you are powered by the power of a group hug.
Let's
Even though
go!
You don't see Lance, you can feel his arms around you, reluctant or not. And then you are
love
off
you,
to your
man.
lions. You have the information on where the asteroid is, so you can pilot your lions towards the base. What is your approach going to be?
You got-
I think stealth it again. because that seemed to work really well last time.
No, I'm feeling it though.
What about
We're
so
so
you
good.
felt that I'll go as a scout. So there's some like scout / bait / what's this? The nerd goes
Okay.
up and finds.
I got it.
Give it to me.
Pidge will scout. Hunk will go in because he's all hyped up, and we'll like use that to our advantage. And
That's-
you know, we all know Hunk's got the most HP here, so we let Hunk go in, and we support Hunk on the stealthy stealth.
That's the question then on that. We got Pidge doing the recon, drawing them off.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go in quiet, out of line, and recon the base, or do you want me to go in seek and destroy?
I feel like you want to do seek and destroy.
I do.
Like, I
do,
feel
do.
like- Yeah. So like, and I want to work with your strengths on that. So like, let's definitely go with Hunk's seek and nom nom. That's how I see your seek and destroy
Right.
going.
Cringy cat gif.
These,
Right.
these Dora have really been annoying me today. I really want this over with.
Right. You
So
just
that
want to
we
play
can-
sandwich ball, and they're getting in the way. And I figure, you know, Pidge can come in and be support to his nom nomming. You know, Lance can be our sniper, so in the rear.
Okay.
And then Keith and I can be mid right after Hunk in order to like yum.
So we'll wait till Pidge draws off as many as will chase them, and then I zam, wham bam, thank you ma'am, right into the
I
base.
think more of
front door?
a Pidge will get an idea of what's there, draw them off if she can. If not, I mean, you're still going
You
in.
can
and-
do it, Pidge. I have faith,
Oh yeah, I know.
but I'm
I
going to
know
get him.
She got it. She can do it. But I think if that's a plan that everybody else is okay with too, or we just all go in screaming.
I like the plan because we can always fall back on screaming.
Right.
I'm
can't fall
feeling
back on
Plan B, but
plan.
Plan A is probably smarter.
Tactical
Right.
Plan B.
If
Contain.
anything goes wrong, we do Plan B, which is screaming.
I can make
Always
things
available.
I'm ready.
in these situations.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm in.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm in. You have my lion, and my lion.
And
And
my
my lion.
lion.
And my sandwich.
Whoa, that's for you, buddy.
All right. So, Pidge, you are okay with being seen. You're not trying to stealth in. You're trying to act like a scout going in, right?
Correct.
Okay.
New asteroid here.
So first, let me give you an idea of what the base looks like. So it's a good-sized asteroid, but not huge. The base kind of sprawls over one side of it with 6 different legs. 4 of them stretch out this way. 2 more stretch out up and down to kind of give it a claw-like hold on the asteroid. And then there are 5 launching tubes that stretch up from the middle of the base. So any spaceships or whatever that come out of the base will come out of those launching tubes. So there's one side of the asteroid where there's no base at all, and the base is on the other.
Okay.
So as you approach, you're obviously visible,
Yep.
and you see the launching tubes fire multiple times, and 12 craft launch out and start heading toward you.
12 craft. There's 12 craft. There's 12 craft coming. This is more than I.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
Go
know
ahead,
all of them?
Pidge, and give me an electronics plus. Oh, no, not electronics. We'll say engagement plus resolve plus D8.
D8 and electronics. No electronics? Dang. All right. D4.
No,
it is then.
I changed it to engagement.
Oh, okay. Engagement. D8, D8, and D8. Okay. $17.
You right away notice as they're coming towards you that these are much smaller than the craft that you fought on Balmera, and they are probably drones rather than piloted craft.
Okay. I convey this. We have being followed by drones, less dangerous, less bulky. Still probably problematic because 12 of anything is 12 of anything. And
So we can go full murder mitts on them.
Don't worry, little buddy. A bunch of them will be breaking off as soon as I hit the front door.
Wait, were you little buddying me or Pidge?
Pidge.
Okay.
I know Pidge needs to have the help right now. You see my lion's thrusters kick on full. I don't know if there's like a control tower, whatever the main structure is. I'm head first ballistic missile.
I think it'd be fun to knock out these like launch tubes.
Yeah.
But I'm currently being
5 launch tubes.
being
We got
right.
4 spare lions. Let's each take out one and worry about the last after.
There are enough spare lions.
Well, one's flying around circles at the moment, trying to not get shot by 12 things. Just saying.
Fair. Okay. All right. I was a little confused. I'm like, we don't have any spare lions.
Yeah.
We've
There's the
just
backup
been
lion.
hiding the purple lion in the back the entire time.
Orange lion.
The pink
Look.
lion. Yeah.
Yeah.
The orange
lion.
lion. Oh, did somebody already say the
Paisley
orange
lion is a thing, okay?
The mauve lion's actually my tavern in D&D.
The lavender lion.
Is it too late to call Vehicle Force Voltron?
Also too early. Also, you can't.
No, and no.
Wah, wah,
Okay.
wah.
All right, so am I gonna make a piloting roll to avoid?
So are you trying to avoid them or lead them away, or what are you trying to
lead them
accomplish?
towards? Do you want to lead them towards any of my allies, or just lead them away from the base?
If you lead them toward me, Lance, and Keith, the dysfunctional twins, we should be good.
Okay.
I'll focus on the launch tubes. You guys focus on the drones.
Perfect.
That sounds great.
Sounds great. All right, then I'm gonna lead them off towards leader and the babies.
Okay, then go ahead and make a piloting plus resolve plus D8 roll.
All right.
Oh my
Yes.
god, yeah.
You see
You
what
just
they
saw
do.
the babies.
Should behave better.
You're enjoying this way too much. In a good way.
We broke Shiro.
I'm just picturing Shiro coming along and like scruffing each one of them. And, like,
Wait, as a cat? I got a 12.
okay, ooh, serious.
All right, so
Serious
that's
time.
a good piloting roll, but these drones have locked onto you, so they are closing fast as
Dang.
you get closer to Lance and Keith. So I think we need to go into initiative now.
Okay,
Just noticed that Sarah has cat ears on her headset.
Yeah.
So go
I
ahead and
may
roll your
Enter into another
agility,
fit of laughter.
3d6. Okay.
agility plus
and-
intellect for channeling for initiative.
agility, intellect. Wait, where?
Okay. 3d6. Not my strongest
Agility.
suit. As we discovered last combat.
Ooh. 14 for Pidge. Pidge the
14.
better.
Got a
This
9.
is illegal. 11.
15.
12.
Damn.
All
I-
right, let me do a little reordering here on my list.
I've
I have
noticed
not rolled above average on any roll since we began the game.
Oh no.
I
Can Keith's
Understand how
psyche
that
take
goes.
this without breaking down before we need Voltron? Dun, dun, dun.
Everyone
If
sucks
he's
sometimes.
unconscious, he can't argue.
Good point.
all right, Finn, you said 15.
Yeah.
You are first.
Huh. I've noticed that my dice rolls are either amazing or horrific. So at least there's no in between. Yeah, we'll go ahead. How far out are they?
They're right behind Pidge, so they're pretty close. So you're on lion weapons now,
Yeah.
since you are in your lion. So you could do short range on either tail laser or mouth cannon.
Then definitely doing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just I've already used tail laser, so let's do mouth cannon this time.
That was my logic last time.
Yeah.
All right.
In the asteroid,
I like
the
it.
mighty asteroid, the lion sleeps
D8
tonight.
plus ranged weapon plus agility.
Are
Hey.
you rewriting the songs? I think you are.
That is a miss.
Yep. And
Then we move it to Pidge.
All right,
Oh,
Pidge.
Lance.
So you have a
Pidge.
12 drones on your tail, closing fast.
I'm gonna turn around and shoot the mouth cannon at him.
All right. Go ahead and give me your D8 plus ranged weapon plus agility.
All right. Grab my dice. It's 2d6 and a d8. In the thing. Not bad though. Yeah. 14.
14. That takes out 2 of them.
Rawr.
Yes.
oh my god. I just knows Bishop scream.
Right?
I've been trying not to make a big deal of it for at least 2 minutes.
Flying force.
In
It's
the
even
line.
yellow.
See, this is why I was distracted by and why I missed. Oh, beautiful.
All right, you are down to 10 drones, and we are down to Opti.
All right. Well, I will open a channel to Lance and say, "Don't worry about it. Sometimes we all miss." Before jamming on the thrusters and trying to swipe at the nearest drone with my claws.
All right, go ahead and give me close combat plus D8 plus agility.
That's unreal.
No.
8.
That is
As
a miss.
As I exemplify, we all miss sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh.
way to
Even
be
me
the
is
Opti.
not bad.
For example, Lance, watch me miss.
All
Oh,
right,
I roll
then.
2d10 and get 4.
Pidge, I need you to roll D8 or no D6
Oh no. What?
plus D6 plus D8 for your defense. That's your build plus agility plus resolve.
Goodness. Am I gonna get clawed?
The drones are gonna do their attack on you.
All right. I got an 11.
11.
Or no, I got a 9. Math is. Went to school, not for math. I got a 9. Just
All
checking
right,
stuff.
you
This is
get
bad.
2 wounds. 2 drones hit your craft and just explode. Pam, pam. But they
Dang.
give 2 wounds to your lion. So
All right.
that means you have to downgrade 2 attributes of your lion. So which 2 would you like to downgrade?
I'll bring down handling and zoom. So I've got d6s across.
Okay,
the...
so they go down to D4 upgrade.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
All right, but 2 drones at least get popped. So we're down to 8.
So I killed 4. Is my takeaway here.
That's basically what happened.
Pidge is kind of bamf.
It's just had a last
Shiro,
moment.
before you take an action,
Yeah.
could you give me a D8 plus tactics plus intellect roll?
Okie dokie. Tactics and intellect. Ooh, I have tactics, which is probably why you chose it, because you were smart. And I said you said intellect?
Yes.
That's going to be a 15.
All right, so you know basically how combat goes, that when a base like this detects someone coming, they will send the preliminary round of defense first, but more is going to be coming soon.
All right,
So you
team,
can decide
we
what
need
to do
to-
with that information.
Okay. Team, we need to worry about taking out the people that are here right now as fast as we can. They're going to send a second wave of people.
Only if they got launch tubes.
Oh,
A little busy here.
proud of you, Hunk. I'm
All
on
right,
it.
but Now you can take an
Understood.
attack action or whatever action you want, Shiro.
Awesome. I will internally go, how dare they attack my Pidge? And just like, and go for where everything that's on the Green Lion and just whatever I can get at. Probably claws. Wait, what do I have at Green Lion? Actually, I'll just tail laser from where I am.
Okay.
Just
So ranged weapon or ranged combat plus agility plus D8.
All right, ranged combat, a D8. Ranged combat. Yes, okay. And we'll upgrade that one to a D6. D8 and... I'm so sorry. You said ranged combat, a D8, and agility?
Agility.
All right, cool. Let's, I'll avenge you, Pidge! Even though I know you're not dead. 14.
All right, that takes out 2 of them.
Yes!
You're down to 6.
A 6. From 12.
And Hunk,
Thank
it
you.
is your turn.
Okay, I'm still literally planning to battering ram through the launch tube. So come on, Yellow. If you got anything hidden, like some force fields or something that you've been holding back on, that'd be a good time to let me know. Full throttle.
So, no real weapon, just crashing in with full
I'm
line
using
speed.
full flying as fast as the lion can go because I figure that's going to do more damage than trying to litter box through the things.
All right, give me piloting plus resolve plus D8. Remember that your piloting has an upgrade tied to it.
Okay, so let's see. Piloting D6, resolve D8, so 2 D8s and D6. And my piloting has an upgrade tied to it, you said, so I can go to technically 3 D8 if I wanted to. D8, hello. I'm missing it. Oh, that's rude. Here, well, just roll this one twice, I guess. Well, actually, technically 3 times now. Oh, where did the one? There it is. Okay, so yes, I will do my upgrade because I need all the help I can get to the piloting. So 3d8, 8, 3, and 6. So 14, 17, I think. 8, 3, 6.
So you get good speed, and you are pointed right at the launch tower, and you slam into it with a lot of speed. Maybe you crack the exterior. It was a really jarring impact, so you kind of felt that when you crashed into it. Good thing your lion is very sturdily built.
Hey, Yellow, I guess you don't have any force fields.
But you pretty
Ow.
quickly get the realization that these things if you're going to take down a launch tube, you're going to need something more powerful than just running into them.
Guys, I hit that as hard as I could, and I barely scratched it. I think we're going to have to start teaming up on these things, with everything we got. What's our most powerful weapons?
Voltron is our most powerful weapon.
Our
Yeah.
friendship.
Are we ready?
Conveniently, that takes us to the top of a new initiative round. So what are you going to do? We'll start with Finn, but you can all decide as a team if you're going to try to take a team action.
I was about to say, I was thinking in my head, like, do I try and miss on my own again, or do I try and get
Miss
the
the
group
team.
to
Miss as a team.
go for inform Voltron? And I, after receiving Heath's message, I will send one into the chat or to him and say, we may miss on our own, but together we'll get all the hits. I think we formed Voltron.
Form Voltron.
Yes. Also, ouch.
Shiro, you are the team leader. Ultimately, it comes down to you, but your team has voiced their opinion. What do you think?
I believe in you guys. We can do this. Let's make this happen and form Voltron. Save this universe.
All right, as we talked about before, this is going to be D6 plus D8 plus D6, but we get to make adjustments based on how well you did. So for the fact that you practiced, failed, but realized you needed to address something, that helps. For the fact that regularly throughout this mission, Shiro has tried to steer things toward people's strengths, to take the input of team members, and try to be a good leader. For the fact that Lance and Keith, despite their egos and sometimes working not well together, really did try. For the fact that Hunk, once he realized he had gone out of control, quickly apologized. For the fact that Pidge, very first instinct on the attack on Balmera was to do teamwork to help set up Hunk. Lots of good teamwork happening. So I'm going to adjust your difficulty rating to a level that I'm not going to tell you. But you can also have 3 upgrades on your dice pool.
Okay, so currently we're at 2d6 and a d8.
Right.
So if we just like put that across the board, we'd have a d10 and 2 d8s.
Correct.
Does that sound good to everybody?
I think that's the best way. Yeah.
Okay.
So, question: do we want Shiro to roll, or do we want Pidge, who's always had the best rolls so far this whole scenario, to be our
I was
our
just about
judge
to
our fate?
I think we let Pidge roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
All right,
So
so
2
D10.
d8s and 1 d10.
All right. Here we
You
go.
can do it. And if you don't, that's okay.
We can do it.
We can do it. Yes.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh no.
We can do it eventually. Got a 10.
Wah, wah, wah.
You hesitantly form Voltron, not as powerfully as you
You
wanted, but
hesitantly
Voltron
form Voltron.
formed.
Voltron?
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, every time,
Shiro's like,
Prism power?
Are we
every
Voltron?
time you form Voltron, you earn at least 1 d20. So that means at any point in time when you're doing a test as Voltron, you can substitute a d10 or a d12 that you have in your pool, and even if you don't have an upgrade, you can just swap in a d20. You only get to do that once because of your roll. If you had rolled higher, you might have gotten multiple d20s, but you have earned 1 d20 that you can swap out for a d10 or d12 while you are Voltron.
Sorry, guys, I might have bent something when I hit that launch tube.
But you are Voltron. You
We
have
did it. We got
formed
Woo!
the mightiest warrior in the universe. Now, as a team, you have to decide what you're going to do as Voltron. You, of course, have all sorts of cool powers.
So many.
What's our big gun? I like big guns.
The blazing sword,
The blazing
That's-
sword
that's a
is your mightiest
sword.
power.
wielded by the Red Lion.
That's
Oh,
true,
of
but
course.
that's
Okay.
also a direct melee. I'm just thinking, can we line up more than one terror at once if we use our big cannon thingy?
So I have a little idea, and it might be a little crazy, and you're all allowed to be like, no. Maybe we just like pull Voltron out a little bit and just blow up the entire asteroid. Huh?
We could use some crazy right now. Plus, I want to use a cannon.
I'm pro cannon.
Can we? We got a Voltron cannon, right?
You've got the lion head launch.
I was about to say the ice ray. I was thinking.
You could do the ice ray to try to freeze some of it or freeze the towers and then go from there. The spinning laser blades are one of your best multiple attack items.
Do you think we could target all the launch tubes with the laser blades?
It depends on how many hits you roll. So the targets are fairly close to each other. So if you are able to get multiple hits with the spinning laser blades, you could hit multiple tubes. But they probably take more than one wound to come down.
Voltron missiles.
What the fiffy stuff too?
Although the spinning
So-
laser blades explode, so they do extra damage right off the bat. They
Oh,
are
So
I
pretty-
do
what if
like
we, like-
explode.
What if we go into the base and try to teach these people the Galra, the power of friendship?
This is
That would
Voltron,
be
not My Little
Gary, but also
Pony.
you already
Okay,
formed
hey,
Voltron,
hey,
so you're going to
hey.
have to find a way to squeeze in there.
About it. I was also gonna say you saw how much work it took for Lance and Keith here. You know, myself and Keith to you know, use the power of friendship. I'm not sure if we can get 2 miracles in one day.
I mean, it's I believe in us.
I think we got 1 or 2 weapons because again, I don't think we're My Little Ponies. I think we go either start with the spinning blades maybe as our opening shot,
Yeah.
but then use the lariat to just rip it down after.
Here's an idea. Again, an idea. Everybody can do like no. Freeze it first, hit it second, lariat third.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Long as we blow something up with these Golra and get it done.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good with
There's gonna be stuff blowing up. 100%.
Yep, blowing up. All data suggests blowing up will be very successful.
Yes, blowing it up.
So Ice Ray first is what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you are doing a simple feat, so that means we're starting with a D8. And then you all need to look at your ranged weapon and agility. We're going to take the highest ranged weapon and the lowest agility from the group.
My ranged is D10.
D10 as well.
D4.
My range D6, and what was the other one we want to look at?
Agility.
Ooh, definitely not
Lowest
me.
agility.
D6. Yeah, I am definitely not the ballerina group.
Well, it might be used because we're looking for the lowest.
D8.
I mean
Agility.
D8 as well for agility.
D6.
All right, so we are going D8, D10, D6 for the dice pool.
Woo.
And then once again, you need to pick who is going to
Why
roll.
don't we replace that D6 with a D20 and really do some damage?
You can't replace a D6 with a
A
D20,
D10.
only a D10 or D12.
Oh, okay.
Let's save that for the killing blow. I like where you're going with
Mhm.
that. I don't disagree, but we've only got one.
I'm thinking also maybe, yeah, if we can do something we can affect more than one thing with it. Yeah.
I'm more than happy to take this role for Ice Ray. If
I think
Blue.
that's a good idea.
I think our
we
team
believe.
consensus, we love you, Opti, but you're not rolling.
Oh, that's fine. my idea wasn't even going to work no matter what.
But it's full consensus because Opti agrees with it too.
Voltron teamwork.
I've got a 17.
Yeah.
How many targets
That's
were you trying to
good.
hit?
I
Or are you just trying to coat the whole base?
was about to say, dude, I was gonna go for the whole base. Yeah.
Okay, so center of the base coated with ice.
Yeah.
17 is a very good roll. So yes, you have put a layer of ice. It's not that thick over the top of the launch tubes, but will probably slow them down a bit before they can launch again.
Yay.
All
I
your
still
base art
have-
belong to us.
Half a dozen drones that you have to deal with. So then you're going to need to roll your Voltron defense. So that is D12 for armor, because Voltron is armored up.
Yeah.
Then the highest player agility. So what's the highest agility among you?
I have D8.
E8.
D10.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Here's a
geez.
question for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going to your left foot as an idea. Just going to say, you said we had a D12 for the armor thing here.
Yeah.
So maybe the best approach might be a little defensive, boost that to the D20, and focus on killing the tubes instead of the drones because they can try to blow up on us if we have that D20, and maybe won't do diddly bupkus. And if we kill them tubes, then they can't launch more drones. Just saying, let's go max defense.
Just remember, you only have one.
About to say, I also want to personally. I'd think saving it for upgrading the D10, just because, you know, upgrading a D12 when you can upgrade a D10 to a D20.
I'm just saying this way we can ignore their attacks possibly and focus on the base, whereas
Right.
otherwise we might have to focus on them, which gives them a chance to launch more.
Yeah, I like the idea of taking the tubes out.
Um,
Also for morale
Zero?
reasons.
your leader.
Oh, what? No.
You want to use a
Sorry.
D20 on your defense roll.
Like I really like what you're talking about, Bishop, because like I get it. Like the best offense is the best defense or whatever. Best defense is best offense, whatever. I forget. But like
I hear
feel
a butt coming out of this.
right. Well, no, I'm just like I want to see really big explosions. That's my only thing. Otherwise, it's a really good idea. What does everybody else think? Do we want to just take a vote? There's 5 of us. We can do this. So
Of the
okay,
majority, we go with.
yeah. All right. Who wants to do D20 for defense? Raise your hand.
I guess only Bishop.
There is never a scenario in which you want to use the best thing for defense. You always want to go out and do something badass when you're attacking.
Keith has spoken.
That is Keith and Lance. We know that.
All right. Who wants to go for D20 for offense?
Red Lion checking in. Turbines to speed.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was still weighing all the options.
No, I know. It's a really good idea, Bishop. We had 2, definitely.
I'm sorry I didn't
Okay.
get more D20s. I'm sorry.
All right, so we're rolling a D12 for armor, D10 for highest agility, and I checked of your channeling. The lowest is D6. So that's where you're going to roll 12, 10, and 6. And once again, you have to pick who's rolling it.
I say we let Bishop do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let everyone down.
You're not going to let us down.
D10.
You
D6.
might let us down if you
Yep.
roll badly.
Shut the hell up,
Hey.
Keith. Shut
Angry
your.
cat emoji.
We
Shut your
already know
mouth.
who's to blame.
Opti cursed us.
Oh no!
That is a 4, a 6, and a 2. So on all that, a whopping 12.
But that's 12. That's better than 10. Heck, that's more than
okay.
11.
You just take 1 hit from a drone, and it's going to go on to.
That's on me, guys. Sorry. A little slow here. Still not used
The
to being a
blue
foot.
lion. It's gonna go on the blue line.
You are correct.
all
It is going to go on the blue lion.
Opti, what side are you playing for?
Oh, just because me and Keith made good doesn't mean we don't like to see the other get taken down a peg.
Make you guys hold hands
I
when you get back to
should warn
bed.
you.
Don't worry, Lance. I'll avenge you.
Oh, why? I'm not dead yet.
Don't
Well,
worry,
Lance.
dead Lance. I will
It's
get
been
them
84
back.
years.
There's nothing.
I will
the green
control both
lion-
lions in your deadness.
Not dead yet.
The
He's
green
only
lion
mostly
came into
dead.
this- Sorry. Green Lion came into this fight with 2 attribute wounds. The Blue Lion just took 1 attribute wound. If any lion gets 4 attribute wounds, Voltron will break up.
Okay.
Guys,
Hey,
I think
guys,
it's time to form the blazing sword.
I'm still feeling pretty froggy. You got to use a little Muay Thai. Use me to block. I'm good for it, guys.
The good news is 1 drone blew up by giving the wound to the Blue Lion. Another drone tried to attack you but was absorbed by the armor. So there's now 4 drones left. Nothing is going to launch from the launch tubes this round because they're covered with ice and they're not quite ready anyway. So now you have a chance to take your next Voltron action.
Can we do maximum effort, maximum carnage?
Really quick. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So D8 goes down to D6 plus upgrade.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Sorry.
Okay, quick question. We have 6 left for the drones, correct?
4 left.
4 left. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, and we have a lariat. So if we like straight up grab the lariat, spin around, and kind of like cleave, for lack of a better term, we could technically, theoretically, take them all out.
Can we do that before the ice clears and they launch more drones on us?
I mean, we could theoretically do that this turn. In theory.
I just want to make sure we kill at least 1 or 2 launch tubes before they send reinforcements. That's all I'm thinking.
Point. Because it is a.
We because once they clear, they all launch together.
Yeah.
And these things by themselves aren't that strong, but if they keep getting reinforcements,
Right.
it's
right.
kind of like that time that I went to the beach and there's all those mosquitoes, and I thought one wasn't a big deal, and then by the time I got home, it was just mosquito bites
Right.
all over.
Yeah.
Do you think we could-
What's
if
up,
we-
Go ahead.
Kitch?
Could we lariat the tubes into each other like dominoes? They're frozen
I like it.
I like it too.
and brittle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do I think that those tubes are gonna stay frozen for? Probably thaw this round, or could we like get a chop in?
You
And
probably
then-
got about 2 rounds.
All right, so we think about making
Okay.
a chop and then. Oh God. I excitedly hit my mic. I'm sorry. Chop one and
So-
then, like
Chop, or do we want to maybe try the blades to see if we can weaken the bases of all of them and then literally
Yeah.
run into each other?
there we go.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
That sounds
Spinning
Timber.
blades.
It's
And hey,
going
we throw
down.
enough. If we
We're
have
yelling
enough spinning
timber.
blades, maybe we can even hit a drone or two in the process.
So spinning laser blades are what we're going with?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so that will be a D6 because it's a complex feat. And the highest agility among you, which I believe we determined was a D10.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the lowest ranged combat. So check your ranged combat.
Mine's D4.
Ooh, that's it.
I
So,
believe
4,
it's
6,
D4
and
plus
10.
an upgrade.
Yeah,
Ah.
D4 with an upgrade.
Might want to upgrade that.
So we could do. So it would either be we could do 2d6 and 1d10,
10.
or do 1d12 to a d6 and a d4.
Right.
Kind of like the D6 and the 10 myself.
I was about to
personally.
say, logically, it should be 2d6 and a d10, but I do love.
I've never been screwed over by any dice more than D4 is all I'm saying. So,
That's fair. That's fair.
As a reminder, you can replace a D10 or a D12 with a D20. So you
but we
can
might want to
use-
save that for the lariat, because if we're trying to domino, that's going to be a seriously complex effort to
Right.
get them to go.
That is true.
Can
Dan,
you
That's- yeah.
upgrade a D12 to a D20?
Either a D10 or a D12 once, yes.
Yeah,
like-
but we can only use the D20 one time, is what he's saying. So we can't
Well-
just do a generic upgrade to that.
Well, Keith is a blade master. So once per session, I can upgrade when attacking with a blade.
Yes,
Okay,
but you
spinning
can't
into-
upgrade a D12 to a D20 unless you're using
Okay.
Voltron D20. That's the only way to
That's
use
what I was.
We only have the one. Okay. Okay.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
I
gotcha.
still think that's our best 10-6-6 personally.
Okay.
Dan,
you want to roll it?
were you gonna say something?
Dan, you're not making any noise, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think when you hit your mic.
it's worse than that. It's dead, Jim.
this better.
Oh, yep,
Yeah, there we
can
go.
hear you now.
There we go.
can hear you now. Question:
The
hot
very
hands have
second.
been Lance and Pidge for the dice rolls. So
They just cooled off a little bit with those D20s, though.
okay, so did I.
Conscious.
So do
I-
we want Shiro or Lance to make this roll?
I was also gonna say I do have sharpshooter, which upgrades for range combat once per session.
There we
So can
go.
we, like,
That might
upgrade
be a
one
way to
of
do it.
our-
Have you roll.
Yeah, can we upgrade one of our D6 to a D8 so it'd be a 6, 8, and 10 that way then?
Yeah, I'm about to say upgrade because we already get the one upgrade to 6, and then upgrade one of the 6s to an 8. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that's the best odds
Good.
overall.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to roll?
These
this?
aren't technically blades because I could upgrade that to a D8 as well, right?
Do you want?
Oh,
Let's
so that could
do
be a 2 D8s and a D10 if we combine
Right.
our skills.
Yeah.
This is
All
smooth,
right.
people. I love it.
Teamwork!
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
we
do
got
it. Lance, you have this, buddy.
1d10, and I am not gonna roll a 3 this time.
I believe in you.
Oh
we
my
all believe in you.
God. Holy crap! 20.
Yeah!
Nice. Hey.
Oh,
I forgive you, little buddy.
I love this for us. I love this
job.
for us.
I'm
Lance.
so pleased. I am so pleased.
Okay, so you hit. You said you rolled a 20.
20.
You hit 4 of the 5 towers with spinning laser blades. So they all do explosive damage and blow up. They do not collapse the towers, but 4 of the 5 towers are severely weakened
Question:
Yeah.
was
by
any
your
of the ones
blow-up
hit?
spinning laser blade attack.
Question: was any of the ones hit the one I already hit when I rammed into it for extra damage total?
Yes, but you did not do any damage to the tower, so it doesn't.
Okay. So I
Superficial
okay.
You
cosmetic
were lucky the
damage.
tower didn't do damage to you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I tried.
All right, we got to do one more defense roll, at least one more, because the drones are still coming at you. So again, that's D12 plus D10 plus D6 that one of you
Things are
has to
so
roll.
pesky. Like I say, stick me in the way. I can do this. I can take it.
So who's rolling your defensive roll?
Hunk, you want to take this roll?
Okay, what's the dice again?
D12,
D10, D12,
plus
D6.
Okay. Please don't suck this time, dice. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Roll like once. Let's see. 9, 4, 13, and 2. 15.
All
Oh,
right.
I still get a hit on you.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I'll take it. Let me
Only
take
one
it.
though, and it goes to the red lion.
Oh, I tried.
That's
Okay.
Keith.
That's okay.
I'll avenge you, Keith.
Keith, lower one attribute of your lion. Or downgrade it, yeah.
All right.
But that is another 2 drones left, or taken out, so there's 2 drones left.
Oof.
All right.
And you have a chance to do your big lariat grand finale if you can pull it off.
Gotta say, Valeria.
Do it. Full on blazing lariat. Wait, wrong weapon.
What?
Valeria, and we get the D20. We're using our D20 upgrade on this one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Let's do
Well, we
it.
gotta see
Absolutely.
what you
Yeah.
have. So first we're going with a simple feat, so this is a D8 to start.
All right.
Then the highest athletics among the group.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Athletics.
Non-existent.
I don't even have
I'm gonna
it.
guess not me, because I don't see it anywhere on my stuff,
I don't see
which
it.
is surprising on Hunk, actually.
Does anyone have athletic?
Persuasion,
Okay.
piloting, range combat tactics.
I do
Engagement,
not.
close combat,
I
pilot,
don't.
range combat, stealth.
No one has athletics, Jason. Is that an
That
actual
means
thing?
it's D4.
Boo!
Okay, all of us failed at gym class, but that's okay. We have Voltron.
Yeah, we got Voltron.
Voltron didn't fail
Dang.
at gym class, just us.
No.
And lowest agility.
D6. Pretty
D6,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so do we want to
D6,
maybe not do
D40.
Valerians?
Can
I'm
we
just
spin
curious,
with something
could-
else?
I'll
I'm
tell
just
you what,
wondering-
I'll give you, because of your great exploding laser hit, I'll give you an upgrade on this pool.
My
Well, I
one
think-
question. One question before we do that. How much damage did it look like the spinning blades did last time? Did it look like it did significant or
Significant
okay?
damage, yes.
So do we think if we did a second turn of spinning blades, because we'd have a chance to upgrade them better, we might do
Well-
even more damage or take some down, and then we just have maybe 1 tube left?
Because I can upgrade close combat or ranged combat.
Yeah, but I mean, we got blades and range combat from these guys and from you technically
And
on
we
that.
we don't currently have a D10 or a D12 in the dice pool.
There's nothing we can do to Voltron it unless we go maybe spinning blades, because I think at
Right.
that point
Or
we can
blazing
get to
sword.
it. I think we have higher dice pool with the spinning blades still, though is
Yeah,
what I'm
okay.
thinking.
Fair enough.
And then maybe we could even hit the
Upgrades.
5th one with it, partially damage it, and just have to deal with 1 or 2 more drones and then killing the last tube. That's my hope. I'm thinking. And like I said, I don't know. That's, to me, I just think that's the most damage we can deal out at one shot, because the sword's great, but it's pretty much against one target.
Right.
If I remember correctly, the spinning blades is a D10,
A
D6, and a D4.
No, we
It
had a
was
D12.
D6 to start.
D6, I thought one of them was a D10 after we boosted. I thought we ended up with a D8, D10, D12. I thought we ended up with our boosts.
Yeah,
Well-
but you could only the boosts that you got were one time only.
Yeah.
One
But
time.
I could do
But
a-
we got another ranged combat from
Yeah.
Shiro, so we can at least boost that.
And
Right.
it does have a base D10 as agility.
Okay.
It contributes a D10 on this.
So we
okay,
could
so
do
he's
the
got a
D10 to D20. If we do the Voltron on it, use your ranged boost,
Right.
and I think that'd be maximum boost of the energy blades to everything.
So because
Spinning
it's range combat highest and lowest agility.
Other way around.
Yeah.
Highest agility, lowest range combat.
Yep.
Okay.
And my range combat
I
is
have-
4.
Yeah, I have D10 agility.
That's where the D10 came in from.
Yes.
So it's a D6, D4, D10 base. Then we're using the D20 upgrade on the D10, and then
And
we're also using
Ranged combat boost.
range combat to get the D4 up to a
Six.
D6.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my thought.
So 27 and 6?
26.
26 and 6.
26.
Okay.
And
But
who
no,
rolls?
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the
Okay.
question would be, who rolls? Do we let our leader take the dice on this one and put our fate in Shiro's in? Because I have faith in our leader.
I do as well.
Shears,
Never
been
seen
great.
me roll a d20, but I'll take it. So a d20 and a 6 and a 6.
Yep.
Correct.
Apologize if it sucks.
Don't suck.
Oh my god, you guys.
We sucked.
To 21.
That's not bad. Good.
We'll take it.
I believe that's what you did last
Oh.
time.
Yeah, I think
We
pretty
did
close.
20 last time.
Yeah.
So that means that all the tubes are at least damaged, and 3 of them are completely non-functional.
Us.
Take
Yeah,
a
a lot
bunch
less
and
drones
leave.
coming after us.
And with ice on the top of them, they are not capable of launching still.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we just got to
So you
let
can
these
take your
last two
sweet
drones do
time
their
to
thing.
destroy the base however you want. You could punch it, you could kick it, whatever
Blazing sword
Voltron
it
wants to
right
do
into
this
its
thing now.
heart. Can we put a blazing
Yeah.
sword
But
straight into the heart of it and see if the whole thing blows up like the Yamato's? Wait, wrong cartoon.
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah. Mm.
Can we just thematically form Blazing Sword and just go ham on the whole thing?
Please,
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So you summon the blazing sword and just start taking mighty swipes back and forth to finish off the launching tubes, and then slam into the base. The sword makes fire appear on the base wherever it hits, even though it's an asteroid and it's in a vacuum. We don't care. Fire is awesome.
Yeah.
But there's air in the base escaping. That's the
Plasmatic
science of
That's
it.
right.
Da, 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 da.
You are able to report back to the castle with successfully retrieved power crystals and a destroyed Gara base, and a new sense of teamwork, because you know that if you are actually honest with each other and working as a team, you can accomplish anything. I know
Look,
it's
you
not about
guys,
it.
lunch is on me.
And if I can throw it ahead of you.
Whoa!
Ah.
Go
You're
long!
on.
Well done, Paladins. You have
Oh,
achieved
gosh.
your mission and learned important life lessons.
Oh my gosh, this is so great! I love it.
It's awesome.
We
Yeah.
didn't get our butts kicked by a roe beast. Yes.
You got some damage, but you survived, so well done.
I'm gonna have to run this for multiple people now.
Oh,
Excellent. I hope you'll have fun doing so.
Yeah, I really the mechanics are really nice. I really like that you've got the option to like upgrade some stuff, because goodness knows my dice rolls are occasionally bleh. So that's awesome. I really like that.
Excellent.
Wait,
I'm
what are your
glad you
dice
had fun.
rolls
Thank
like
you so
again?
much for playing. You're a good crew to play with.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
This
having me.
was
This was
fun.
Thank you so much.
This
This
was
was
a
a
blast,
blast.
guys.
You guys are all awesome. It was so good to see everyone take their roles so like wholeheartedly. I really like crits. I like mathematical crits versus luck crits, because luck sometimes we don't have it.
Right.
I love paladins that don't have to be lawful good and a 17 charisma. This is awesome.
Oh yeah.
You're all
I
crits
came
17 to
I
me.
came from I was doing BG3 before this, so I was like, get out of D&D mode. Get out of D&D mode.
So thank you all for playing. Everyone out there who's watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for backing the Kickstarter. We appreciate all of you, and have a lovely evening or afternoon or whenever you watch this.
Bye.
Thanks,
you very
Jason.
much, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Jason.
Jason.
We believe in you, too. Thank you, Jason.
I-